What's up, guys? This is Organic Conversations. Today I'm with Nick Sweeney, and we are in Uluwatu, Bali, Indonesia, which is crazy, man. We met on this side of the world. I mean, he is from Colorado, so like it's cool being from the States and literally the opposite side of the world. So, dude, I'm stoked to have you on. I'm stoked to learn way more about you because I don't know enough about what you do, what you stand for, and I'm stoked because like I know the big thing is breathwork is what you love to delve into, and that's something that I need to do more of, for sure. Like every time I do it, I love it, but it's like so hard for me to like make that 5-10 minutes, whatever it is, to like get into the mood per se to do it, you know? So.
Well, thanks for having me.
Heck yeah.
This is awesome.
Let's go, bro.
Stoked to meet on the other side of the world serendipitously. So yeah, I mean, we can chat about anything under the sun. I know that a lot of people are curious about breathwork. It feels like breathwork is where yoga was like 20 years ago, where it's starting to be seen as not this woo-woo hippie thing, but more of this modality based in neuroscience, which is what it is. I mean, if you ask Andrew Huberman like, what the majority of his studies are at Stanford, they're around breath and basic breathing patterns because they work. And so a lot of people have different curiosities. And is there anything specific for you that you like are curious about with breathwork?
Yeah, somebody new getting into it, like myself. Like, how would you introduce them, or what should I do? What should we do, like, in order to just get started with breathwork?
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer because you have different goals than maybe some of these viewers. But let's assume that a lot of your viewers are.
What's the most common goal?
They're wanting more sleep.
Okay.
Better sleep, better focus, better energy in general, and I would say that the underlying thing that people really want is to feel good in their bodies and not feel as anxious. And that's a underlying desire that we all have is like, okay, I want to feel more energized because I feel tired right now. And so the thing that I would say to anyone listening to this is that stop viewing breathwork as meditation.
Okay.
Because it's work. It's like an active recovery workout.
Okay, that's cool.
See it as a workout.
Interesting. Okay, that's a cool shift. Okay.
Because if you're like early in the morning, you're like, I'm gonna go meditate, I'm gonna go do breath work, it sounds like a lot of work, and it is work.
Yeah.
It's a physical endeavor.
Okay.
And so I'd recommend bookmarking your workouts where you do like some breath work before, and you actually, it's like a warm up for your whole gym session and your cardio.
Yeah.
And then a workout right after so that you flip from high heart rate to low heart rate, parasympathetic. So you're not bleeding energy into like your work day after your workout.
Okay.
So first and foremost, like a paradigm shift around it where it's not sitting in lotus and forcing yourself to breathe heavy because that can be a lot for people. I would recommend two major understandings for people is that when you're breathing in faster, like Wim Hof style, you're sympathetic, you're getting energy, but you're also activating all of your systems.
Okay.
And so inhaling quickly and fully is gonna activate you, bring you up, shifting you up from like first gear to sixth gear in a car. Okay. See it as a stick shift.
And this is the Wim Hof style breathing usually?
Usually, yes. Okay. But it can be, I'm going to breathe in for 4 seconds, I'm going to breathe out for 3. Okay. If you do that long enough, you're going to be energized.
Okay.
So then the opposite's true, where if I am doing long, smooth, and slow exhales, I'm going down in heart rate, down in body temperature, down in activation. Okay. And so those two levers are how you can take someone from being an automatic transmission where you got drive, neutral, reverse, sleep, and then a manual where it's like, okay, I can shift up before my workout, shift down after my workout, shift up in the afternoon to get some energy, shift down in the afternoon to nap if I want to nap.
Wow.
So it becomes a really complex conversation where there's thousands of different types for thousands of different outcomes. For a beginner, and the way that I did it, the way that I was able to like commit to the consistency and heal myself, because that's where the real power of breathwork is. It's not in a 2-hour-long breathwork ceremony with
One
like
time.
30 people in a room.
Right, okay.
That's like great, but the real magic is that compounding consistency. And I recommend everyone find a nice playlist of music that's just like energizing. I love the Wim Hof playlist online. I have a ton of playlists on Spotify. And let's say you have to wake up at 7 a.m. Wake up at 6:45.
Okay.
And lay on your back. Take the pillow out from under your head. Lay flat. And start breathing to a YouTube video.
Okay.
Or to,
just a guided meditation.
Yeah, just it's easy in the morning to like feel the effects of breathing deeply. It's not even, you don't have to Wim Hof, but if you were to do 6 in, 6 out for 5 minutes before you woke up or before you had to get out of bed, you would feel the benefits over 30 days.
Totally.
Profoundly.
Dude, literally like the 10 times I've done that in my life, dude, I've noticed a way better overall day. And it's just like your brain is in a vulnerable state, so it's like much more malleable, and it's like, instead of reaching for a phone, which a lot of people do as soon as they wake up, doing that and having like some intention, and then also literally waking up like your body in that way. That's really freaking cool.
That's how I healed.
We gotta talk about that. But yeah. Once like we'll transfer gears over there, but I really like how strategic you are, like in just even explaining it, like, okay, like I can use a certain style of breath work to literally tap into my parasympathetic nervous system and calm down, or I can literally like energize before the gym or before maybe a speech or whatever and like click up and get going. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Never thought about it like that. That's badass.
Yeah, well, thanks. I mean,
hell yeah.
I've been thinking about it because I come from a training athlete background where I'm very like militant about my training and all this stuff. And so the woo-woo style of things never resonated, but the actual tactical practicality of breath is what I wrapped my head around. And now that's how I deliver it to people, because my story is that I injured myself. I couldn't walk for 10 months. I got in a bike accident.
Yeah, dude, tell me more. Tell me about those.
It was brutal. I was just depressed as fuck, as many people listening probably have been in their lives, where they're like injured or sick, and then the doctor tells you something that's really shitty. The doctor told me that I wouldn't walk again normally.
Wow.
And that my career as a cross-country ski racer was over. And I was like rock bottom, didn't really know what to do. I was doing pull-ups one day and I pulled my rib out, and that effectively like paralyzed me within my body. I couldn't use my upper body, couldn't use my lower body, all on my right side.
You recovered from the accident and then you just happened to do some pull-ups in it?
No, I hadn't recovered yet. So I went back from like the doctor's office pretty much, I think it was that day, or if not the day after.
Wow.
And I'm doing like rage pull-ups.
You were just pissed. You were just
pissed.
like, dude, I'm gonna fucking like, I don't know, like get back. I'm gonna get back. I don't care what the doctor says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it was like God going like, what got you here is not what's gonna get you there. And you have to approach this from a different method. And that method ended up being breath work, because I started to discover really breath through the book Breath by James Nestor.
Heard that, okay.
My mom got me that book right after the doctor's office visit. And then I went, read it. I read Becoming Supernatural. I did the Wim Hof course, and then I was off to the races. And within a week, my mental health was being resurrected.
Wow.
Because that's the number one thing that changes with people first with breath work is the mental health. Because when you're chronically depressed or anxious, you breathe a certain way. And so in order to change the way you think, you have to change the way you breathe. You're breathing a certain cycle, and you have to break the cycle when you're depressed. The best way to break the cycle is with your breath. And even if it's 10 minutes a day, within that first week, I was like, I don't care if it takes me 10 years, I'm gonna keep doing this until I can walk again. And I know for a fact that my mental health is improving.
Right.
So I'm just gonna
keep with it.
And that's the powerful thing with breathwork, is it can take people from a negative feedback loop and cycle and immediately hit an inflection point into a positive feedback loop, and just get you on a completely different set of train tracks, mental health, physical health wise. And then you have your placebo working for you, not against you. And that's what happened to me. It was I just started to placebo hack my way to walk again.
Wow.
And it was 3 months of consistent experimentation, breath work every morning on my back in bed for 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours on some days, which was overkill. But I had nothing else to do. So I'm going to just go internal in my room, in my bed, because I can't even get out of bed. So fuck it. Wow. And a year later, I was racing at Olympic trials.
Holy moly. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh my God.
And I haven't missed a day since. And the compounding continues to pay dividends to me, as it has to everyone that I've gotten on the streak. Wow. It's all about getting on the streak.
Totally. Consistency with everything in life. You were mentioning that earlier with just like, you know, instead of doing just one big session with maybe 30 people or whatever, and it's amazing that day, it's amazing, maybe even a couple of days later, but it's like the little minuscule, you know, routine building, habit building, consistency of discipline is really what's going to pay off, which is so much, you know, to attribute to many things in life.
For sure.
Like. Yeah.
For sure.
Damn, bro. You went from bedridden, almost like done with life, I'm sure, to Olympic trials. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's badass, dude. Good shit, dude. That's amazing.
I mean, it was the breath. Yeah. So it wasn't me. It's not that I'm special. It's not that Wim Hof is special.
Right. He's just a facilitator of.
He's a facilitator. It's the breath work doing the work for him.
Right.
And now he's proven, and I think a lot of people overlook this still, especially because modern medicine never embraced what he proved. Of course not. Which was, of course they didn't.
They can't make money off of it.
No.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's upset, and rightfully so, because he cleared E. coli out of a bunch of patients. He was taking people up Kilimanjaro. He kept his body temperature the same temperature for 80 minutes in an ice bath. Wow. And we forget that.
Wow. Didn't they, crazy enough, didn't they inject Wim Hof with a certain type of sickness while he was doing breath work and his body like expelled it?
It was E. coli, and then he expelled it, but then he did it on normal people too, and they did the breath work with E. coli injections, and they all cleared it.
Damn. Wow.
So anytime I get, that's why I told you when you had stomach poisoning, I'm like, bro, you gotta breathe, bro.
Dude, I should have did it, bro. I'm sorry. I wish we had this conversation before. Shit. I had Bali belly like, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago, and it wrecked me for like 12 hours, my goodness. But yeah, man, I should have did it for sure. I was so dead, but regardless, knowing that info, I should have sent it for 10 minutes at least.
I got Bali belly like 4 days before you, and I cleared it in a day.
Wow.
Because I did like an hour of breath work on my back in bed. I put my legs up on the wall, got the IV, and then I was like good to go, basically.
Wow. Were you thrown up in other way too?
I didn't have it as bad as you, so it's hard to say, but I was definitely, in tough shape.
Yeah, bro.
For a little bit there.
It's crazy. Do you know possibly what it came from?
I believe that it was some shakshuka. Turkish shakshuka on my birthday, first meal of my birthday. And it just ripped right through me, unfortunately.
Is that just a Turkey cuisine?
It's like a Turkish, it's like a spicy tomato egg dish for breakfast, kind of. And what was interesting was that intuitively, my first bite, I was like, nope, that's a no. Man. And I was like, nah, it's just spicy, you're fine.
Yeah.
And I kept eating it, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, why am I so fucking tired? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And I went home and it was over, so.
Crazy.
We keep it moving though, down here in Bali. You gotta just keep it moving.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's tough out here, but regardless, it's worth it. So.
Have you found like a interesting flow here in Bali that has been what you've wanted it to be?
I feel like I've done a lot of international travels this year, more than ever, which is really cool. I'm super grateful. I've wanted to be able to use my remote job as actual remote and not just being in San Diego and, just like in my little cocoon. But yeah, usually, typically first hour of the morning, no phone always, no matter where I'm at. Just like that's best for me. And then I'll hydrate, and then I'll go to like either yoga, lift, or coffee shop, depending on did I lift yesterday? Well, then maybe I should get some work done in a coffee shop and do that for like an hour or two, and then I'll surf or do some type of activity or something new, and then lunch, and then that 12 to 4 p.m. is kind of open, depending on hanging out with friends or whatever the heck. And then dinner, and that's cool. It. So that's kind of like my flow of stuff. I do still like to be in routine and discipline and Sure, if there's like a day or two excursion, like doing something off the wall, I'll do it, like no big deal. But I do like to have like certain flow because it's easy for me, well, without discipline, it's easy for me to like not do any work, you know? It's easy to go be F off and do whatever the heck, you know, and have fun in another country, which is good. I'm here to enjoy, but I'm also here to like still lock in, you know?
Yeah.
So
Bali is a difficult place for anyone listening. Like there is a lot of distraction here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people that you meet. I've found that I came here with more of an intention to be free, to not be super disciplined, to be disciplined about being not disciplined.
Okay, love it.
And I sort of kept reverting back into my old ways. And then recently I've been like, okay, we're back into more of a discipline routine. But it's like, wow, it's so difficult. There's so many people, so many things to do. Yeah. And you are in Bali, you're on the other side of the world, and you're kind of like, I don't want to just be like locked in my villa doing shit on the computer, especially when it's so nice out and everything.
Right.
So
no, never, dude. I'm only like sleeping here. I don't like stay here at all. So I even like to do like workouts or just to be around other people or sites or whatever. Try a different cafe or something. So I can not just be in my villa all day. Hell no.
Yeah, I found that I've started to see my life in like seasons a little more, like 3-month stretches of a season. So this winter was like a building season. And then I came here and it's been more of like a creating season where it is a great place to go to the beach, film Instagram, film YouTube, do a bunch of filming.
Yeah.
But if I'm like have to sit on my computer and do some admin tasks, I'm like, no,
I feel that.
I do not want to do that right now.
Bro, editing for me is annoying. I can do all the filming and talking and all that shit, but editing is, you know, where I have to sit down and just like 20 minutes, just like get that creative idea to actually push into the system.
Do you have an editor?
I do, yeah. But like if I put my phone down and talk or whatever, then I'm gonna edit it. But like, let's say I go to Target or giving product out on the 101 or whatever, like I'll film like 15, 20 videos and that'll go to my video editor. This podcast will go to my podcast editor. So, but the ones I do like here, you know, where it's like B-roll of me on the beach looking at the sunset, sun gazing.
Yep.
I'm going to be editing that.
Yep.
So I could send it to them, but I kind of like have my own vision and it's easier and quicker for me to do it. So yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of that sun gazing, do you know, I'm sure you do, but I'm just going to say this. Do you know like sun gazing has been such an ancient thing that we've done, and there's a certain spectrum of light that the sun emits only at sunset that the last 5-10 minutes is extremely healing for the cornea, for stigmatisms, for just the eye in general. And like there's like it's like 4,000 Kelvin spectrum of light that the sun emits that's like really healing for that, which actually I got a stick thrown in my eye when I was younger and I tore my cornea in half.
Whoa.
I'd have 5 microscopic stitches in it. Crazy, bro. I'm lucky to be able to see out of it.
Whoa.
But it's gotten a lot better.
Wow.
Since I've been like really adamant about that. I need to do more eye exercises. And funny enough, Andrew Huberman, Dr. Huberman, he is a ophthalmologist by trade and done like a lot of like research of the stuff he's talked about, but need to actually do the exercises, you know? So, you know, like go close, far.
I like to synchronize my breath with eye movements. So when I am inhaling, I'm seeing the entire periphery of my vision and like opening and expanding. And then as I exhale, I'm finding that single point of concentration and attention on the sun, for example. So I'm staring into the sun, but I'm going peripheral focused with each breath. It's also a technique that people use to become more psychic, but I don't really do it for that.
Okay, that's pretty cool though.
And I also concussed myself doing breath work in college.
Whoa, bro. Okay, let's hear about this, dude. That's sick.
So I was,
dude, that's hella bass, bro. That's so cool.
Well, I did the Wim Hof stuff, and then I started just kind of breathwork cowboying the thing and not
just kind of going off the wall,
going off the rails and trying different things. And I passed out in the shower once.
Whoa.
If anyone listening here, don't, for one, do breathwork in water while driving, anywhere where it's going to be dangerous, because you never know. It's something that can be really fine and it can just suddenly not be fine.
Whoa.
So be careful because I should be dead. Wow. I passed out in the shower. I passed out driving once, woke up in a different lane on the highway. Don't recommend that.
Yeah.
I was super hungover and not in tune with my body then. And then I passed out on a bench, inhaling, holding. When you inhale and hold your breath and squeeze your muscles, that's where you have the highest likelihood of losing consciousness.
Okay, makes sense. So I felt that, like the lightheadedness, like, whoa, like I'm getting...
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
So that is what I did on a bench, and I slumped over and cracked my head.
Damn.
And that's when I stopped doing 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour of Wim Hof a day.
Okay.
I had already healed my foot, but I was still on that train of just like loading and getting high. That was when I learned that I had to do the opposite in order to heal my concussion. So my concussion, the story was, while he was Wim Hofing, he hurt himself in my body. That was my psychosomatic story. Okay. So now if I breathed Wim Hof, my body thought it was about to like get fucking hit across the head again.
Ooh, okay.
So I had to rewrite that story by doing breath holds and parasympathetic breathing only. Okay. And that's when I learned that real healing happens in the parasympathetic. The Wim Hof is like great to load up on energy, but the healing happens when you hold your breath, reprogram your body, reprogram your subconscious and unconscious mind, and get into a state of deep parasympathetic where you're not your name, you're not your body, you're not your story. Whoa. That's Joe Dispenza, but he doesn't hit on the breath work as much as a mechanism to get you there. Okay. So you can go hit these crazy states of samadhi, nirvana, where you're just floating through the ether, yet intentionally aware and able to reprogram your body. And so that is basically the story. Is I started doing breath holds parasympathetic for 3 months. I healed the concussion.
You're going sixth gear to first gear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah. So wait, so the Joe Dispenza part with, like, how does he get you in that nirvana state, and then what's like the tweak that you would make, or the alteration?
He has a lot of different methods, and I agree with all of them. I would say that there's this emphasis for him on coherence breathing, which I think is like tried and true. When in doubt, 6 in, 6 out, coherence. Is that what coherence means? Like okay. That's when, coherence is a state where your mind and your brain and your heart are communicating reciprocally in a synchronized way. Okay. So all of your cells are like cooperating instead of competing once you are in a state of coherence. Most people live in their heads, not connected to their hearts, which makes their body live in survival mode. Joe is really good at getting people to enter their hearts again and live in their hearts and meditate in their hearts. And that is where a whole new world of healing opens up for people. Not only that, but he's having people synchronize their breath in a room together. So like 2,000 people doing coherence breathing.
Super powerful.
Coherence healings are wild. That's where you hear of people reversing blindness and able to walk when they came in on a wheelchair.
Wow.
I'm a huge proponent, huge believer, and I have nothing bad to say about Dispenza. Some people think he's hijacked. I don't agree.
I think how? Because he's naturally helping and healing people. That's wild to say.
There's a whole reasons why you could say that he's not in integrity, but none of them ring true for me. Okay. So yeah, we could go into it, but
we all got our fucking little thing. Yeah.
Basically, I think that giving people the tools to downshift would be a force multiplier for anyone trying to heal. And
makes sense.
My biggest, the thing that I've experimented with the most in order to downshift, there's like the physiological sigh, but hum maxing. Just hum maxing.
And that's like vibrating your vagus nerve, correct? And that's like stimulating once again your parasympathetic. Okay.
And it's also creating this piezoelectric effect in your body where you are feeling more sensations in your body. And when you feel more sensations in your body, you're able to be in your body more, which is the portal to presence, is sensations.
Wow.
And time and space and gravity and whatever, but like physical sensations and senses.
Wow, love it. Yeah. Okay, that's so cool.
It's gonna boost nitric oxide like 1,500% in a couple breaths.
Okay.
Downshift into parasympathetic, vagus nerve tone. And it's also, more importantly, just gonna have you feel your body again. Because when we're in fight or flight, we're in our heads. And when we're in parasympathetic presence, we're in our bodies. And that's when people talk about, oh, that meditation felt so good because I was in my body, not in my mind.
Yeah, and everybody, not everybody, a lot of people in the 21st century, especially Americans, live in that fight or flight.
Totally.
Yeah, we aren't given these tools.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Right, yeah, right.
They don't want you to be incoherent.
Not
they want
at all.
you to be chaotic.
Yeah, of course, because they have to rely on the system. And that's a whole loophole.
Exactly.
My goodness. It's really, honestly, like going back to like kind of how our great-grandparents like lived. Like, I just think of like hum maxing. It's like, they used to like hum in the garden or whenever, walking down the street, whatever. And it's just kind of like a ritualistic thing. But that now, today, like that's so like lost art that like we have to incorporate into our lives somehow, or we need to, I should. And yeah, it's just like, it's really just kind of going back to our grandparents, I feel like,
Yeah. My grandpa's hum maxing. I always noticed that when I was little. I was like, he's always humming when he's out stacking firewood or whatever.
That's cool.
And I started to implement that, and some kind of like a reminder of my grandpa when I do it. And everyone I've told, just start humming.
Yeah.
Because the goal, I think, right now is for everyone to begin to really feel their hearts and live from their hearts. And the thing that, it's like when people say that, they're like, fuck off. Like, how do I do that? I've never been able to really do that.
Right.
And I used to be the same thing. I'm like, what do you mean presence? What do you mean living in my heart? Feeling in my heart? Like, give me a break.
Right.
I need to make money here. I need to prove myself
Right,
here.
yeah, of course. The American rat race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so if you can start to feel your body when you speak and feel the subtle hum that you have when you're speaking and start to feel like, okay, which energy center am I actually vibrating as I speak?
Okay.
Especially in content. If you're speaking from up here, you're in your like ego and you're probably blocked with your throat.
Okay.
If you're down in your heart, your solar plexus, speaking, that's a really great place to resonate with people.
Wow.
Because that, I think, is the most important part of content, is actually like the sound that comes through.
Wow.
The music, the sound is the underlying X factor in content and in a conversation. Because if I'm speaking from my heart right here, I'm going to vibrate your heart as I'm speaking. But if I go up here and I try to make sure that Nick is safe and being perceived in the way that I want him to be perceived in, then
you're not here anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm not hitting the chord in the people that are listening anymore.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So hum maxing.
Hum maxing, I love that. What was the other one you said? You said with the hum maxing, there's another thing.
The hum maxing.
And there's one
more. Oh yeah, right. So the part of hum maxing that is the silver lining for people that are like, oh, I don't know what to do, how to do it, is if you hum, if you hold your breath on the exhale, if you put your hand on your heart, and you do those types of practices for cumulatively 5 minutes a day, over time you're going to actually create muscle memory where you live in your heart and not in your brain.
Makes sense.
So you're breaking the cycle of the societal programming from your entire upbringing to come back down. And if you do 5 minutes a day living in your heart, that turns into 150 minutes a month, which is 2.5 hours. 3 months of 5 minutes a day, you're 7.5 hours. And 7.5 hours is kind of the threshold of muscle memory in sports.
Okay.
Depends on the sport, depends on how much attention you're putting to it, whatever.
Right.
But let's say 5 minutes a day for 3 months, you're going to live in a completely different mind and a completely different body.
Wow.
Specifically in your heart, incoherence. Because if I can just feel my feet and then my hands and feel everything below my belly button and then come to my heart, now I'm able to be present in my body and intentional in my mind. And that's the game. I think that's the power of our nervous system that most people don't tap into because it sounds woo-woo. But it's like, just feel below your belly button as much as you possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm even thinking in the typical American mind, they wouldn't be able to comprehend that.
No.
You know? Yeah.
And that's because of a lot of reasons, but I do feel that it is our natural state of being, not anticipating what the lawyer is going to say or the email or the whatever. Our natural state of being when we were hunting was in our heart, because we have the most sensory perception when we're in our heart. Like our field is the biggest when we're in our heart.
Okay.
So I can feel a change in the field farther out when I'm hunting if I'm in my heart.
Wow.
Like I met this guy who he lived with the Dogon tribe, which is this tribe in Africa that has been gatekeeping like ancient Egyptian secrets and whatnot.
Whoa.
They're a fully psychic tribe.
Okay.
So they all go out in the woods, allegedly. No words are exchanged, and they all spread out in different directions. And they will communicate psychically, like, I got a rabbit over here, and then they'll just coalesce around the animal without saying a single word and hunt the animal.
Wow.
And that's just one of the mind-blowing things that he learned when he was training there. But if you trained, I did some work with the guy, and he'll sit as still as a statue right now with you.
Yeah.
And he'll just be like, did you feel that? And he'll just send energy to different centers of your nervous system.
Wow.
While you're talking about why you hate your dad or something.
Okay.
And it's profound because he's in his body.
So cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's crazy.
So cool. Wow.
It's really crazy. So he lost this like power. It's like ancient Egyptian secrets, ancient Library of Alexandria burned library books that are now coming to the West, and people that are privy are waking up to, actually, my ego is not the most powerful thing I have. It's actually,
hell no.
I can only become the inherently limited version of myself through my ego.
Yeah.
But with my heart and expansion and feeling, anything is possible.
Okay. Wow. Why do we not know more about these, ancient secrets and all that? I mean, obviously it's because we can be way more uncontrolling, I guess.
I think there's the argument that it's this ruling elite being very intentional about what's allowed to be known. I also think that there's just this...
Isn't that the truth with a lot of things?
A lot of things.
Conspiracies and all that, yeah.
I also think that there's just a systematic, it's just an accidental thing that happened with Industrial Revolution and how we all decided we wanted to live our lives as we wanted to just have a family, and we wanted to live in a home, and we wanted to make an income and live a good life.
Right.
Not everyone's interested in the secrets of the universe at that level.
Makes sense.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
But it's also Salem witch trials and all that kind of stuff. It's they don't want you to be powerful.
Right.
They don't want you to be in your body. They want you to be stuck spinning the wheels in your head.
Totally.
And lost and chaotic. They don't want you to be in coherence because they love provoking chaos in the system of Earth, nervous system of Earth. They're the provocateur. Mm-hmm. And greater levels of chaos require greater levels of order, coherence, in order to stabilize the system. And that's where that's where my mission is coming into play, is I just want to get people breathing in sync together to create more stability in the field for everyone. That's my best estimate on how to make the world a better place at the moment.
Okay, that's really cool. I love that because, to be honest, I don't really know how to make I do in my own way.
You are.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're a powerful voice and leader for so many people.
I appreciate
300,000 people. The butterfly effect of that is echoing into eternity. You have so much energy coming back to you from that.
Yeah, you're right, and I appreciate you saying that. That's I saw on your story the based sync, and that's tell me more about that, because I think that's what you're alluding to with you want to get people more synced up with breath at a certain exact time, correct?
Yeah, so we do a synchronized breathing event twice a day, every day, for 5 minutes.
Wow.
So everyone can come and get into coherence with everyone from all over the world all at once. No, we're going to get a patent on this, but no other app has a remote synchronized breathing feature, basically.
Okay.
And so what we're able to do is these daily syncs, but then also these larger events like a spring equinox sync where we got 800 people synced up. We have the summer solstice sync on June 21st. So basically I'm going to just be setting up these events, July 4th sync and Halloween sync and World Meditation Day, World Healing Day, World Peace Day, Earth Day. Sync up. You want to sync? We can sync, because I think a lot of people right now, because of what's been coming out with the files and all this stuff, they feel powerless.
Right.
I want to do something, but I'm paying bills. I'm trying to deal with my life. What am I to do?
Right.
And my thinking is like, we can do this, actually, collectively be the tsunami of change through the quantum field and change the field, pulse love out into the field. Don't even play the game that they want you to play.
Totally.
And that is something I think will supersede the systems that are archaic, the fucking medical system and the blah, blah, blah. Like,
news, all that.
There's that feeling of like, fuck, what am I supposed to do right now?
Yeah.
I want to do something. Are we going to go march in the streets?
Right.
Are we going to go do this? What do we do? Who's organizing? And I'm like, I'm here and it's free and let's do this.
Love
that. At the very least, 5 minutes a day, we can all do that.
Yeah. Wow, I love that. I mean, even I feel powerless sometimes because I'm like, oh, well, I can't talk too much about the owner of Microsoft or whatever, because, you know, I'll get my voice pulled, and then there's, you know, years that I've worked on to build that or whatever. And then raging in the streets or holding a sign, it's like, well, how much good is that really doing, you know? And so, dude, I love that. I really think building the collective, like, in a positive way is just super beautiful, and it's needed. No matter if the people receive just like a better overall mood, or, you know, achieving a parasympathetic state, regardless, they will probably go into their day with a better intention, with a, you know, higher aura, if you want to say that, and like change somebody else's day, and then it's just kind of like a butterfly effect on that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Like, we the people hold the power, actually, and we forget that fact, but we do, and we don't have to do a violent act to like reclaim power. We actually never lost it. But the paradigm they want you to live in is that we don't have any, and that we're under the thumb. And that's the paradigm that has to be broken. It's like, you can change people's beliefs really easily. A lot of people's beliefs were changed when files were released, but that's what they wanted. They just wanted the beliefs to be changed. They wanted you to be a little scarred.
Interesting.
The paradigm is the different thing that has to be broken.
Okay. And that's the overall is what you're talking about, kind of, you know? Okay.
It's like, we hold the power.
Yeah, why do you think they released the file? Like, why do they want us to, like, be a little mad at it?
I could make conjecture, but I feel that there's real issues with allowing yourself to see anything willy-nilly on the internet. Because it damages your psyche and your frequency.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
So it's
tracking.
It's decimating the frequency of the leaders of Earth, the real leaders of Earth that are aiming to have a peaceful, prosperous planet.
Wow. That rings so true in my mind to, like, okay, yeah, we're gonna, like, release this, and this is literally just gonna, like, kill your not your ego, but your energy. It's going to diminish it more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Non-consensually.
Yeah.
Getting shown things that pull you into their paradigm.
Damn.
And that's why, like, scrolling is so sketchy. Scrolling is sketchy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, ain't it, dude? Yeah, it's just, it's scary, man. I always say, like, our phone is a tool. It's like a hammer. If I put a hammer here, I could build a house, or I could kill somebody with it. It's really about how you use it. But I mean, damn, they make it to be addictive for a reason. So,
and look, I love a little doom scroll meme hit.
I have a funny ass algorithm, bro. I have a very funny algorithm. I love it. Cars and, like, black people jokes. It's great.
It's funny. It's funny, and then I'm like, it suddenly insidiously turns not funny.
Yeah,
it's like good memes. They get me with the memes, and then I'm hypnotized. Conscious guardian at the gates of my subconscious is no longer there. And then suddenly they come in with, you are XYZ. And anytime you hear the word you when you're scrolling, you have to, like, rebuke that in your mind. I rebuke. Anything that anyone is trying to tell me about who I am, I rebuke immediately. Because so many people are saying, you're depressed, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. You is the most dangerous word on your algorithm.
Wow. Love that, dude. Big facts. I also want to put an asterisk. I said black people jokes. It's black comedy. Like, I love that. I'm from Florida, and so, like, I had a lot of black friends, and their sense of humor is fucking hilarious. Yeah. So just want to put that.
I'm asterisk. A Chappelle fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big Chappelle fan.
Yeah, bro. There's some fun. I love it. But Damn, bro, you are opening my mind and my perspective and shifting my paradigm on a lot of things. It's just so cool, man. I love it. And I was stoked to have you on, and this is really cool how it's shifted my own, like, oh, wow, like, that makes sense. Damn.
That's awesome. I'm honored.
Damn, bro. I mean, there's so many things, like, that we could go into with that, and it's just, it starts to make sense when you're saying, like, wow, they're, like, kind of giving us stuff to cut us at our knees, if you will. And just because it makes us easier to be controlled.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They want it to be an outside-in game, not an inside-out game.
And who is it? Who is it? Is it like, these 10 extremely wealthiest people on the earth? Is there someone behind it, the curtain? Like, what's your opinion?
I met a guy who worked with some of the most powerful bankers in the world. And he gave me some interesting information around it all, but it's not who you think it is. Like, the people that think it's the Jews, you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's not, it's more complicated than that. And I think that there's, the most important part around all of this is, like, it's not even who is it, it's, are you falling into their frame of fear? If you're falling into their frame of fear, now they have power over you. And this is how cult leaders work, manipulation experts work. Like, they can get you to co-opt subliminally into their paradigm, and then suddenly you are vulnerable to fear, their fear. And I think that I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is. I am, frankly,
it doesn't even matter, right?
Not even that concerned, because it's like there's clear evidence to what you should do, which is like the opposite of what they want you to do.
Preach.
If you just do the opposite of what they want you to do, if they want you to watch porn, you find sacred union with a woman. If they want you to be unhealthy and unclear and tired, you take back your own power, you eat healthy, you watch the sunrise, you get out and exercise and do all you can to be vital. You do the opposite of what they want you to do or what they're attempting to have people do. And our prerogative is to wake people up to how this is not a life that you should take lightly. There's a lot of people in America that are like defeatist,
right,
and asleep.
Totally.
And they are a humongous amount. We can't in our human chimp brain comprehend how many people there actually are. If you just get on a flight over California,
right?
I mean, how many people live in California? Like millions.
Yeah.
5th biggest economy in the world. I think.
Yeah.
Which is I can't hold 10 people in my mind at the same time. I can't hold even 10. The number 10, I think, is the max. And then we hit like, 60,000 people live here, 100,000 people live here. It's like that's the power.
Yeah.
But we aren't taking the care and the intention in our lives to live intentionally and for the greater good and for something greater than ourselves. It's like we've become this. I don't know if I want to say like selfish, but we've become self-protective. Each and every individual is like trying to just preserve what we have.
I think that's part of their play, because if we individualize ourselves and not work as a team or a village or whatnot, it's a hell of a lot easier to control.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Which is the beautiful thing with synchronized breathing, is after a couple minutes, you don't see them as different from you or separate from you. And separation is an illusion in the first place, but I see a certain type of man sitting here that's different from me. But if we were to sit here and just synchronize our breath for 5 minutes,
right,
our nervous systems come into coherence with one another, and we feel the oneness, we feel the similarity, and the same feeling that is that underlying sensation of being.
Yes. Yeah.
And
great word.
That's when we realize, it's not about what I thought it was about. It's about us.
Totally. Okay. Wow. Love it, bro.
Yeah. So I think that's the path forward, is to stop making an enemy out of the people they want you to have as an enemy in your mind, and see them as a friend, meet them with love, meet them with grace.
Love it.
And see how we can all benefit from one another.
Because even me asking about, who do you think's behind it, is giving energy toward that. And
so I don't even need to name them.
Yeah, totally. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah, as long as we're going in the opposite direction, that's really what matters.
I think it's important to be in a paradigm where this is the warrior in me maybe, but like we're in a war. I live in a paradigm of war, but I don't live in a paradigm of me versus specific person, specific entity, specific institution. I don't live in a paradigm of me versus anything. It's basically faith versus fear, God versus evil. Wow. And I don't need to say any other words than that. And
totally.
That is the paradigm where I'm like, okay, I want to just walk with God. I want to talk with God. I want to practice what I preach. I want to embody and pursue the godly virtues above all else and be a weapon of God in this war, in his fight, what he truly desires for the ultimate good, the ultimate reality for all of us. That's the paradigm. Not falling into the specifics, because that's where we find the fucking like little divisiveness. It's like, oh, Jew versus Jew.
Right. Yeah, the separation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're putting a label on whatever, and as soon as you label something, it's in a box instead of just, wow, God. Do you abide by a classic religion? Like, what is your religion, if you have one?
I am not fully subscribed to any religion. Okay. I grew up without religion, grew up without going to church, kind of had to figure all this stuff out on my own, which was beautiful that my parents let me do that. My parents had negative experiences with religion when they were growing up, so they didn't impress that upon me. Okay. But as I've gotten older, I have found a ton of wisdom in many different religions and areas. I find Orthodox Christianity to be the most interesting for me, because I feel that when you anthropomorphize God in the form of Jesus, when you make something human, then it's easy to connect to. And I pray to Jesus every day. I call upon Jesus when I'm having a scary out-of-body experience, for example. And I pray to him every morning on my knees at my bed and thank him for everything in my life. Wow. But I also feel that currently my thought process is that God equals God. And if I put any word after God equals that isn't God, or perhaps unconditional love, it's not the full truth. And I don't think anything is the full truth. Frankly, I don't think we're meant to fully comprehend and understand and label the eternal God. And so I'm okay with that. I'm kind of at the point in my life where I'm like, look, I am okay not knowing. I don't know what I don't know.
That's the faith part.
Yes, exactly.
If you knew everything, then you wouldn't need faith.
Exactly.
It's just like this is.
Yep.
Wow, okay. I like that. I appreciate you saying the basically making Jesus a human form of God, because that helps humans connect better with another human per se. Because for instance, I just became on my faith journey. I was pushed heavy into church as a young kid, and I didn't really like it too much. And I pushed back for many years. And after a hard breakup, I was just at my wit's end emotionally and all that, and fully went into faith. And something that is still harder for me to grasp is the human aspect of it, the Jesus part. I can totally get the God part, but it's wow, how can a human do all these things? So that's really helpful for me to hear, to open my mind to that. You know, it should just make me be able to connect more with God. It's just God in a human form. Yeah,
I feel that the best approach for me has been the pragmatic approach, which is what's true is what works. Does this actually make my life better or not? And with Jesus, the Old Testament Jesus, I never really resonated, because he was this angry God that was, I don't need to go into it. Basically, it just didn't resonate for me. Okay. And I found that through my own experience of Jesus, I found him to be unconditionally loving. And he has become ingrained in my nervous system as unconditional love, like synonymous with unconditional love. So when I call upon Jesus, I'm calling upon unconditional love into whatever moment or space I'm in.
Okay.
And that has just been what's worked for me and what has allowed me to have some really profound like Jesus moments and experiences. And I do believe that, you know, when I listen to like Orthodox Christianity, like hymns and music, it resonates a certain thing in me.
Wow.
Blood memories type shit.
Whoa.
And to me, I'm like, Christ consciousness is also a frequency that I can attune to, and most likely my DNA, my ancestors lived and abided by that frequency, so it resonates deeply within me. And so I can attune myself to that frequency, and Christ is a word that means the all as well. And so to me, that's where I'm at with my journey with religion and with my value hierarchy and my faith system. And the faith is really like, the more faith I have, the more I can have conviction in something greater than myself. The more power I am granted in God's kingdom. And that's power of authority. That's God granting you authority to release power and heal yourself or heal others. And Power of Authority, or Power and Authority Made Simple, is a really good book on this that's tied to Jesus, but it changed my life because it's not me healing myself when I couldn't walk. I believe that it was God. I believe that it was Jesus. It was a power that was something that I'm always connected to, but it wasn't Nick.
Okay.
Like Nick's the confined ego structure.
Gotcha.
It was my faith in my ability to heal and my faith in God allowed me to release increased levels of power to heal.
Okay. I'm tracking. With meditation, sometimes when you're saying like that Christ-like state, and then, you know, you've said like talking about like sometimes you get like so dissolved and you just feel like being of one. Is that similar to like a Christ-like state, you would say? Like to where there's just like, you know, almost like nothing, just like you are there being.
Christ-like state probably means a ton of different things to a ton of different people. I would say that I don't really think of it that way when I'm in a state of meditation where I'm able to just be feeling and being and feeling sensations without thinking at all and be floating, and I'm no longer attached to the idea of Nick and Nick's story and maybe Nick's label that the doctor gave him. That is, whether you want to call it a Christ-like state or samadhi or nirvana or enlightenment, I feel that those are all synonymous. It's like we're kind of talking semantics here, where it's like I'm in a state, a natural state of peace and bliss and joy and love.
That's cool.
That's our birthright,
yeah,
that we all have forgotten and have been barred from because of our own minds, because of society. But I believe that abundance is your fucking birthright.
Yeah.
Same energy that makes the rivers flow and the trees grow is within you. It's flowing in you. Your nails are growing, your hair is growing, like that is you. And when we tap into just the experience of that, and it sounds woo-woo. It's so hard to make these things sound not woo-woo.
Right, I know.
But it's like if you can sit there and get into this zone of like how it actually feels, like fucking feel gravity.
Yeah.
Feel space, feel time, feel your ass against the chair.
Yeah.
And like really feel it and be with it. It can be a life-changing experience, and it can also open you up to wisdom and understanding that like you just access. It's just like boom, opened.
I feel like because so many people live in their head, that's why it sounds woo-woo, because they've never ever felt like what it is to feel anything really. You know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it's just a defense mechanism. It's like a maladaptive defense behavior, being in your mind and being Nick or Austin. And asking yourself at the end of every day, like what level of the day or what percentage of the day did I live as Nick versus beingness versus the all versus I am versus presence. And my number one objective every single day that I focus on is just presence. Like I don't focus on a lot of these crazy subconscious stuff or hypnosis stuff. It's just like how much of the day was I living as the limited version of Nick? I call him needy Nick.
Okay.
Because Nick is always trying to be perceived a certain way and fucking it up.
Ego, yeah.
And trying to he says words that don't need to be said.
Okay, yeah.
He has tonality that doesn't need to be. It's just, he's a hurt kid that's trying to be safe.
Totally, understood.
And that bleeds into life in very insidious ways that you think you're living as your best version, but you're actually limiting yourself and doing behavior that is a subtle, like, danger response. And your nervous system is trained on Nick, not on infinite potential and faith and God. And I'm finding that I'm training muscle memory out of Nick into more like just what would God want me to do? What would the greatest version of me do right now in this moment? But there's a lot of my day still, the majority of my day is like Nick fucking trying to be safe, not fulfilled.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah.
Which is the nervous system. Nervous system wants to stay safe, not fulfilled. Which is why it's so hard to get people to pay you money for coaching. It's so hard to get people to become the greatest versions of themselves because that voice, that nervous system is like, I don't feel safe doing that. I'd rather be safe and stuck than fulfilled and courageous.
Oof. Because it's more comfortable. Comfort kills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's faith versus fear. Super simple.
Yeah. I love how you broke that down, for sure. I mean, dude, I would say 95% of my day is in my head, like, how can I be, it's my American brain, how can I be more productive? How can I do more? Yeah. And it's never like, it's very rare that I'm present.
And spend a week and do the opposite of what the voice in your head is telling you to do.
Even the thought of that is like so scary to me because I wouldn't be getting shit done and pushing the ball forward.
But you might actually, like, if your voice says go to the gym, don't go to the gym, and then wait for you to move through that energy and then be like, I actually want to go to the gym, and then you go to the gym from a place of like, I want to go, not from a place of like, go.
Oh, I need
not boot camp director, but like Austin.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. I love
it's a tough one.
It's fucking very tough. Yeah.
I mean, were you an athlete growing up? And
yeah. Did all the sports. So wasn't the best at anything, but I did them all. You know? So
where do you think your programming comes from?
What specific programming?
The Be Productive programming.
By not having a lot growing up, especially like financially. So trying to make sure that I'm safe financially, and with just that part. I mean, there's so many other parts, that where abundance wasn't had, and so that's made my inner child need to do whatever, whether it's look for external validation with women or body image issues because I was small all the way up until my senior year and got made fun of for like my size and height or whatever. And so just having body image issues with that or whatever. So definitely super grateful for therapy because it's helped me like reconnect and understand where certain things have come from for sure, big time.
So you're jacked. Now you're jacked.
And even
handsome.
I appreciate that. But even like, I still want to be better. I'll look at my bicep and be like, damn, I could have another inch right there, and just like, it's not okay. It's not like, it's putting, somebody else wouldn't tell me that's a loved one of mine wouldn't tell me that. So it's like, why am I telling myself that, why am I telling my inner child that? It's fear-based. Am I enough? Am I enough for a potential partner or for my friends or for my parents? Yeah,
the same thing. I mean, I think many people listening to this probably have the same similar experience. And a mentor of mine said that anytime you subscribe to the idea of you being Nick or you being Austin, you are signing up to being not enough.
Limited.
Like I subconsciously agree that I'm not enough when I believe I am Nick.
Okay.
Which I don't think it's a hard rule. I think that can change. I think that you can change who Nick really thinks he is, and when you attach yourself to the idea of Nick or Austin, it's like, I am enough. But it's not even like what you logically understand. Like, you logically are jacked, you have money, you're in Bali, you have influence, you're handsome.
Right. Yeah.
Like, the nervous system hasn't caught up to fucking reality yet. It's still living at, and it's all things that maybe your viewers have heard, that like, you can just get stuck in the past, but it's not you.
Right.
It's not the logical, conscious you, it's the fucking animal nervous system you that's stuck there.
And even without those things, I should be content, really, like without looks or money or traveling or health or whatever, like I should, and I am enough as I am, without being, I'm perfectly imperfect, but yeah, so I shouldn't even need those things, and I'm in a great place with all those, and I should, and dude, honestly, like, I'm very happy most of the time, to be honest with you. I rarely like let anything like stress me out too much, so other than Bali belly, but yeah, I hate fucking throwing out, dude.
My biggest thing with what we're talking about is like, okay, yeah, I have fear come up, and it's a fear response, like you said, but it's also just a pattern. It's just a subconscious muscle memory pattern. It's just muscle memory.
Yeah.
And it's malleable. It can be changed. It can totally like, I've found that the claws have dug their way out.
I agree.
For me over time.
Same.
And I don't know, how old are you?
33 years young.
Cool. I've found that
How old are you?
22, I'm now 29 as of last week.
Nice, bro.
I like...
Your wisdom is much more than that, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Super cool, man. I'm stoked for you to continue your years of expanding conscious. So
I'm excited. I mean, it's a beautiful life. Like, I ask myself now, what more do you want when I have that fear come up? Like, what more do I want?
What is it?
A family.
Cool.
Like, wife, kids. I actually met a girl here in Bali.
I was going to ask, are you dating anyone?
Yeah, we are dating as of the past 2 months.
Cool.
She's beautiful, phenomenal, amazing in so many different regards, and I see a real future with her.
Wow.
I'm sure she's going to listen to this. Love you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And
so cool.
A couple months ago, I was, single, desperate. Not desperate, but I was just like, fuck, man, like, where are the good girls? I feel not enough. I had so much fear around it all, around the relationship side stuff. And it can happen fucking quick.
Yeah,
like,
wow.
Boom, there's the girl. Boom, you did all the work. Okay, you're emotionally intelligent. You know what you want. She knows what she wants. And all right, here you go.
Yeah.
So to anyone listening that's like looking at Instagram and all these people that have relationships or have like fear around it or maybe a broken heart, like, there's so many fucking people out there. And when you are aligned on a certain line of frequency, there is one other person that is going to match you on that frequency. And you can't lose the one. And so when you're living in alignment on a frequency that you love, that's materializing the reality you desire, the one will find you. You can't lose the one. That's my belief.
I love that.
So she or he is on their way to you.
Wow. That's huge, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I went through a breakup about a year ago, and yeah, man, I've like took a while to get back into the dating scene, and it's just interesting. I continue to work on myself because I want to raise my vibration, work on a few things, and really just be that higher frequency, like get to that point, and I am. So little by little, but yeah, the dating is interesting and so funny. I feel like like you're saying, like you have these synchronicities, and I feel like God, the universe, like sends it whenever it's like you're truly open to it. Yeah. So, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't even truly open to it, to be honest. I was like, I don't want to get in a relationship. I'm coming to Bali.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what I can ground up. But I was...
Was she traveling through or living here?
She lives here.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring her to America for the first time in like 3 weeks. So she's from Germany, and she's
So cool.
Never been to America, so
yeah, cool, bro.
There's also like a ton of like with the dating thing. I think that there's this whole red pill movement of like,
what is that?
It's like don't hook up with any girls unless you're like don't have sex with any girls. Retain your semen.
Okay.
Be tough guy, stoic.
Okay.
Traditional. Find a submissive woman who's 18 and a virgin. Like, I don't vibe with any of that.
Yeah, I don't know how practical that is, but yeah.
I think it's like, feel free to go. I just did a mini podcast on this, like, go have sex with a girl or a guy.
Yeah.
It's not gonna kill you.
Right.
And it's probably...
It might be helpful a little bit, It's like, don't hoe yourself out, but it might be helpful.
Don't go, there's a difference between being, like, reckless.
Right,
But
true.
then there's also a difference between this programming of, like, I don't want to have sex with anyone. I don't want to be intimate with anyone because I'm just going to take all their energy and I'm gonna do harm. Well, what if you came and you had full unconditional love for a night?
Yeah.
Couldn't you love someone for a night?
Yeah.
With no strings attached?
Yeah.
And feel like she's giving to me, I'm giving to her. We're in a reciprocal thing that doesn't need to be forever. Because 40% of Gen Z right now in America feels desperate and hopeless, consistent feelings, which is crazy.
It's so scary, man.
We're isolating, we're loneliness, mental health epidemic. It's like, go have a couple beers.
Yeah.
Go like
they need
find a beautiful woman or a man that feels good to you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be forever. Or maybe not even a one night stand. It's like specific circumstances are good for a one-night stand, but more like go date someone.
Yeah, totally.
Without needing to feel like I'm gonna marry her.
Right.
Like you're not supposed to know.
No,
People
get some reps
feel they need to have certainty. I need to know 100%. It's like, no, that's where faith comes in.
And you also need reps. Like, how do you not know that you're gonna like this woman, or how you go about an intimate relationship if you've never been it, or you've only done it once or twice? It's like,
totally.
You need to have these like reps,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's where the shadow comes out, and that's where your inner feminine as a man, your anima, if it's not integrated, is going to just be bleeding all over the place.
Okay. Tell me more about that. What does that mean?
So like the anima is the feminine aspect of men, the masculine.
Right.
The animus is the masculine, and it's the masculine aspect inside of women. This is like Jungian psychology, archetypes and whatnot. And I'm by no means like an expert here. I just hung out with one of my clients, some good friends, normal guy, shout out. But he does anima integration coaching, which is helping men stop doing the red pill bullshit of like semen retention, no fap, one night stands that are like heartless, and embrace the inner feminine inside of you and integrate it so that you don't care if you come off as feminine. You don't care if you come off as like gay. Is what the voice in your head probably says, or like love is gay, being in your heart is gay. It sounds woo-woo, it sounds also like weak. And that's actually your anima being unintegrated.
Yeah.
So if you integrate it, you're gonna magnetize the women, because women are going to adore the feminine aspect within you, the hard, rigid structure that's tough,
right?
But then the soft, powerfully embrace of your feminine aspect.
Totally. And I'll just label that differently as like basically your emotional intelligence, if you will. Like your ability to love and to understand your feelings, hold her space, hold her feelings. Yeah. If you're just fucking like, bro, I was in the Marine Corps, dude. I was very rigid, very masculine. Like, I didn't know what the fuck feelings were, vulnerability. I had no idea. Yeah, and like I get it, because when there's bullets flying over your head, you can't be fucking thinking about grandma dying, Right. So like, but I had to like unlearn a lot of shit and learn a lot of shit like through therapy. So yeah, having that emotional intelligence, like women connect with that big time. Like they need that, or else like you're only going to attract a certain type of woman, and she's not going to be, especially if you're a red pillar, I guess, she ain't going to be that one. Tell you that.
So it'll be a karmic relationship where you're meant to move through karma together, and if you don't solve the karma within that relationship, the next relationship's going to have like the same lesson for you to learn. And you got to boss up and learn the lessons in the karmic relationships in order to meet the one that is the one, or a more dharmic relationship where it's like both of you together, sacred union, spiritual ascension together. And that's what we want to move through, is like the karma, the lessons that we need to learn in order to integrate the things that we've disposed of or neglected. And then you become more whole, and you are able to give a woman the feeling of safety then. Because if you're not whole, she feels that.
Correct.
She knows.
Yeah, bro. And maybe she doesn't know enough to like verbalize it, but it'll leak out in certain ways. Yeah.
And the red pillars think you can fake it and be like a sad stoic, like, oh, I don't feel anything. I just take it on the chin.
What a shit way to go through life.
It is a shit way.
You know, like the beautiful thing of life is to feel the highs and the lows. It sucks to feel the lows, but it's fucking great to feel the highs.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say I was stoic in the Marine Corps, but I was very flatlined. You know, and it's just like, like that's like not that cool. It's great if you're a fucking security guard, but that's about it.
Right.
You know. Yeah. You know.
I mean, that's a crazy situation to be a Marine.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
There are women in the Marines with you, I assume.
Yeah, not a lot, but yeah, and of course you can understand that a lot of the women Marines are very masculine.
Right.
Yeah.
They also have neglected potentially their anima.
Totally. Yeah. Even like through the training, they'll lose, you know, a lot of their feminine aspects, meaning like their period and shit like that.
Yeah.
So they'll become even more in their masculine and.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's where we get like, I think that the world is actually waking up to the feminine aspects within them. We've neglected that so much. But when I look at like some people that are very powerful, influential people, men specifically, all the most powerful men are feminine men, it seems. And not in the way that people think where they're like weak or they're whatever. I think that there's like Tony Robbins, who's a deeply emotionally feeling guy, who's very magnetized and very able to express his emotions and be in touch with that fluid ocean inside of him rather than just some like glass house of a masculine frame. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So it's a great thing to like, it's an interesting approach to, it's an interesting counter argument to the red pill, black pill, white pill, blue pill, purple pill, whatever the fuck.
Oh god, there's more colors?
There's a lot of colors.
Oh my gosh. Gee whiz, dude, these kids, man. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. I feel so bad for this generation coming up.
I do feel really bad for them.
Yeah, I you know, it's like you're saying, the faith-based versus fear-based, but it's hard for me not to classify a lot of fear on that. So
I don't see like what the direct solution is at the moment, but I do feel that in a way, you know, God wins in the end, I believe.
Gotta.
I don't know how many generations it'll take, but I believe God wins in the end, and I believe that the generation right now sees through bullshit better than any other generation. Like boomers were just like, oh yeah,
totally.
3 channels on the TV. I'm gonna scoop all that up.
Yeah, lead-based paint.
Yeah. My grandpa and dad were painters, and like my grandpa lost his vision because of all the lead-based paint and all the fucking. So, anyways, I think have luck. I got an iPhone when I was like 14 or something. So
yeah, I was
like
15. Yeah.
I made it out a little
flip
bit.
phone.
Yeah, I got the flip.
Yeah, a Razr, Motorola Razr.
I don't know.
I had a Metro PCS like shit phone before, and then on my 16th birthday, I got a Motorola Razr.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big upgrade.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm so glad I grew up without a phone, bro.
Yeah.
So glad.
Second I got an iPod Touch, I didn't fucking read anymore. It was over. It was like over. No way. Damn. When I could play Doodle Jump instead of read books.
Yeah.
So this new generation, I think, at least sees through a lot of bullshit and is in such a destabilized world with AI and all these things that are happening. And I think that they're more depressed. They've got a whole lot of issues, but they also are in a state where they have way more information than we had, and the AI tools at their disposal are very powerful. So it's like,
but like who's programming them? You know, what algorithm are they being sucked into? The discernment of that, you know, is up to a 13-year-old kid now that his parents are doing whatever the heck. They're probably both working because they need to.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, okay, well, we're letting YouTube or whatever the heck, like whatever ads they want to push in their face. Oh man, it's tough.
I think the best thing that the younger generation can do is go
outside.
Into nature. Yeah, I love that.
Go outside.
Just go into nature and fucking do human to human stuff.
Yeah, and do hard shit.
And do hard shit.
Yeah, I agree. Human connection, bro. I think there is a powerful swing going on that people are so tired of AI and shit, and there will be, that the human connection, whether it's retreats or dinners without phones or whatever, is going to be the new thing. I think the pendulum is going to swing the other way, dude. It can't keep going the way it is. People are just losing it.
I agree.
Dude, even when I get sucked on the algorithm for 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck? And I was just like throwing my phone, like, why? Like, why? You know? Like, yeah, dude.
I know that. Everyone here watching probably knows that feeling.
Yeah, man.
It's hectic.
It is, bro. It is. They make it the most addicting. That's why the world's smartest people are making those the most addictive things, not curing cancer or whatever.
No, it's really a war on our dopamine. It's like the modern war is saying no to 300% above baseline dopamine levels at all time. Constantly being like, no. And also, I think that you can't just like put a metaphorical gun to your head for the rest of your life and say no to this, no to this, no to this, no to this. Like you need something to say yes to that makes you feel really empowered. And that looks like, I think for this new generation, go build shit.
Yeah.
Like go build real shit. Go do manual labor.
Yeah.
I love manual labor.
Yeah.
I love building shit.
I love working on cars,
whatever.
Tools. I love it, dude. I'm so grateful I'd, worked on like little motor scooters when I was a kid. Yeah.
Those are sweet. I mean, that, and I think that like for you, for me, for other people that are online and have coaching businesses or do retreats or in-person stuff, I'm so fucking bullish on that because everyone's fucking jobs in the online game are about to be gone. They're gonna be gone.
Like what? Who? Like specifically?
Like if you're doing
like copywriting.
Copywriting actually I think is something that may never truly be replaced because
it's human.
When you pick up a book, you hear the author's voice.
But chat, it's chat immediately.
Chat, it's this sterile bot that doesn't know how to write copy as well as it
as a human with emotion.
As everyone says it does.
Right.
Like everyone in my coaching program, I tell them, no, do not write with AI. Just don't write with AI.
Yeah.
Use it for the other bullshit, menial, linear tasks. But AI is used for like gear 2 thinking, which is getting data, doing linear shit. Gear 1 thinking is like creativity, which is something that cannot be replaced in my opinion.
I agree.
So copywriting is interesting, but again, like so linear spreadsheets, fucking organizing your Google Drive, automating shit. And I don't even know. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that AI can do that I'm not even aware of. And I think that the thing is, I don't want a Tesla robot teaching me breathwork.
Yeah.
I don't want an AI integrating my enema.
No.
I don't.
Hell no.
So what do I want then? I want Austin to teach me shit in person.
Yeah.
Or over Zoom.
Yeah.
I want a human to human. I think human to human work is I'm calling it right now on the podcast. Bullish on human to human work. If you're a coach, consultant, if you help people, yoga teacher, health teacher,
I agree.
Whatever. Teaching people too, like go be the guy in your town that teaches all the boys how to build shit, how to fix their home up when they're a dad. Or, I don't even know, I'm spitballing here. But
change your oil.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
In-person shit.
Yes, I love that.
You can't replace it with a Tesla robot.
No.
Just can't.
Speaking of that in-person shit, more of a village aspect, which is kind of how I want to raise a family, is, getting back to, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 families, whatever. And like having the kids run outside and they all play with each other and having, 5, 10 parents or, professional people teach these kiddos in nature and in community. And I don't know about you, and I'd love to hear your perspective on this of raising a family, like where you would want to and like the style of which you'd like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I am aligned with your vision that you just sort of said, where it's a decentralized community where the healthcare is decentralized, the food is decentralized and local. It takes a village type of vibe. is what I'm looking for. And that's what I'm actually deploying with coherence chapters and coherence communities long-term is my vision. Is like around the world, if you want to become a chapter leader and launch a coherence community, here's the blueprint. This is how you do it.
That's cool.
And I think that it's way more simple than people realize and way easier than people realize for us to maybe not if you're in a city. But if you decide this is what you want to do and you have a group of people that have the means, then go to Texas, go to Austin. When I was living in Austin, I knew a ton of people living on compounds basically with families or community members, or it would just be like the towns in Texas are, they're like almost militias, some of them, which is lit.
I kind of like
they're ready for doomsday together. They got food in there, they got kids in there, everyone knows everyone.
I want to be mildly like that for sure.
It's cool. It's like, that's what I want. I would love to be like, bring back that Native American feeling of community and energy. And I think that we are in a broken electrical grid. If the electricity goes down, we're fucked. We can't connect the electrical grid. I worked in oil and gas for like 3 years after college, so I learned a lot about energy. And I got really jaded on the oil and gas industry. I was trying to disrupt it with this methane technology, whatever. But I learned that like, America's not going to be able to connect the grid.
Meaning if one part goes out and maybe another country severs it, we're fucked.
Yeah, if Texas goes down, Colorado might still be up. If California goes down, some other state, no one wants to go over municipality and jurisdictions with their electrical lines. So what does that mean? Well, in one sense, that means that there's not going to be one energy utility for America. Probably ever. Two, we can have decentralized energy generators for communities. And Texas is leading the way with nuclear and then module nuclear reactors, which are a little sketchy because some of these module nuclear reactors, all you need is a shovel to make a fucking bomb.
Wow.
But
it can run almost forever, correct? I mean, that's how submarines are ran. Nuclear. And then, aircraft carriers.
The modular small nuclear reactors are in development, but the big ones, although they take a ton of money and a ton of time and a ton of like red tape you gotta cross, they're fucking safe. Like anyone listening that's interested in nuclear should watch the movie Nuclear Now by Oliver Stone. It's basically what incited the movement in Texas to become the leader in nuclear. And I think that Texas is like kind of crushing it. I lived in Austin for a while and they're doing a lot of things that are right. They're doing a lot of things that are like not great, but so is every fucking state.
So is every state, for sure.
So I'm like, I like Texas a lot. I like Colorado because that's where I'm from, and I have a ranch, get some of my friends. We all have kids, wives, food, accessibility to nature. And what more do you want from me? And that's kind of how I'm like architecting long term, but the biggest thing is where you're going to live.
That's what I'm worried about. And it's just hard for me to comprehend America, other than Hawaii for me, it being fertile enough or frugal enough for that.
I agree. And I also have done a fair amount of traveling and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I would live. Like, I'm not going to live here in Uluwatu.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean,
it's great for now, but not at all.
I realize that every place has its problems. And that another factor that I'm considering is that the magnetic poles of Earth are shifting. The magnetism is shifting. So
can you tell me more while I fill up our teas?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, keep going though.
Basically, the North and South poles are not just stuck in one rigid position. Nor have they ever been. They're fluid and they're actually moving, which is reversing and altering magnetism worldwide, globally. So certain areas in the world were were really beneficial for healing because they had a ton of magnetism, a ton of negative electrons and ions in the earth and the air.
Now, is this similar to like Sedona, Arizona, where there's like a, my goodness, I think it's like a portal. I'm totally blanking on the word.
Yeah, there's there's a vortex.
Yes.
And there's many different places that are like
Lavender.
famous for their vortexes.
Okay.
But specifically recently, the poles have been shifting. And I'm by no means an expert in this. But for example, the electromagnetism here in Bali was like top notch, super beneficial, super powerful healing. We're on the Ring of Fire here in Bali.
Similar to Hawaii, correct?
Same with Hawaii, but recently, and in Hawaii as well, the magnetism has shifted away.
Whoa.
So now
Is this over time or like kind of almost sudden?
I think that it's been like in the past year.
What? Okay.
There's been a drastic shift in poles. And so that's like that's a thing I'm considering, is I want to be where the electromagnetism is conducive to healing, because we're just basically portable electronic devices.
Totally.
We need to be living on electrons and photons from the sun. And I want my kids to be charged the fuck up.
Yeah,
and healthy. And I want to be charged up too. Like, I know that when I was in New York, London, like these places were just dead.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No charge. I'll go around on the earth and I'm like, I don't feel, it feels like a dud to me.
Wow, okay.
So.
I felt that without putting two and two together.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a site that I'm blanking on, but if anyone just Googled it or ChatGPT'd it, you'd be able to find the like live reading of where the poles are and where things are shifting.
Interesting.
What's happening with the electromagnetism, which makes sense. It's like it's one big nervous system that's not just like rigid. It's like the Earth's nervous system and ours mimic each other through a torus field.
Okay.
So as that torus field's like move, like the Earth's a sphere. We're not a sphere. We have like the 33 vertebrae spine going up. Earth is a sphere where the poles can like fluidly shift and move around.
Interesting. Okay.
And one big question that I asked my brother the other night, I was like, well, what's the deal with the fucking compasses then? Is that a psyop too? And I haven't looked into it, but I'm like, how is north staying north if the poles are shifting?
Okay, that's a great question.
So for all I know, I could be talking out of my ass and everything I just said is wrong. But like, I have more questions than answers.
Right. Now, bringing that back to where you want to raise a family, is there a place that you have been thinking of that the poles have recently shifted to?
No, I haven't. I have not looked into where I want to raise a family based on the electromagnetism. I just know it's a factor.
Okay.
I've more looked into like where it's been moving away from.
Okay.
Because I was also like, Hawaii's dope. I love Hawaii. I mean, it's epic there.
Yeah.
And I was curious because I was here in Bali and I was just not feeling it. I have a ton of friends in Texas, and California is like just kind of fucking mayhem.
Yeah,
frankly.
It's too many people, too much concrete for me. That's kind of what I go back to.
Yeah. I really love El Salvador.
Yeah, let's not pull out the spot, but that's my number one spot.
Yeah, okay.
That's my number one spot.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Yeah.
I went there for an Age of Light conference with Jack Cruz and a couple other people.
Okay.
And I just experienced it and how the president
Bukele.
Bukele,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I felt really safe.
Yes.
It was right after he locked up like the thousands and thousands of people.
4-ish years ago or something?
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. It was
Yeah.
a little after the aftermath, but the surf was epic.
Yep.
Food was good. Electromagnetism was fire. Sun, volcanoes, people were all friendly.
Nature.
And
coffee.
they gave like 500 doctors passports that had lost their medical licenses during COVID in the US.
Wow.
They're giving out passports to those doctors. So there's like an amazing, and Jack Cruz, I give him credit, was someone that initiated a new healthcare system with Bukele.
I did not know that.
So it's like actually a really interesting, it's an interesting spot. It's in the back of my head for sure. It's a Salvador / somewhere in America scenario.
I'm trying not to blow out the spot where we're talking to thousands of people right now, and Hawaii and El Salvador is my combo.
Yeah.
I'm slowly going to be pulling out of San Diego and going to those two spots.
San Diego's like still relatively conservative though, right?
It is, yeah. And in fact, really California gets its blue state is San Francisco and LA.
Right.
Everything else outside of it, bro, pretty red. And I'm I don't give a fuck about politics, but it is a lightly like a state of mind, kind of. And yeah, bro, San Diego during like COVID and shit, super open, like most of it. And yeah, it's pretty conservative.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got hella guns there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. But once again, there's too many people, not enough nature for me. Love the ocean, super fun, but I need more than that. I don't want to have to travel 2 hours to go to the desert or big trees or whatever, you know.
Right. So, yeah. Accessibility is huge for me, and I think that we would be good to all find a place that is right next to the ocean or right next to the forest or
for sure,
whatever. That's the most important for me. Like,
same.
I would rather be self-sufficient in the middle of nowhere with like 3 or 4 families than
preach 100%.
Next to Austin, Texas, just so that I can like
pay my taxes,
go to Whataburger.
Yeah, literally, yeah, bro, 1,000%, dude. Same. That's my vision. That's my goal, and honestly, that's kind of why I've spent a lot of this year to travel, and I will continue in the next couple of years.
You've been to Bali? Is this your first stop
time
since San Diego? Or you go somewhere else?
So went all January to El Salvador, and then a little bit of Nicaragua, Costa Rica. I've been Costa like 4 times now. Not fully it for me. El Salvador is kind of like Costa Rica, but 20 years ago. As far as not being blown out and shit, and westernized, and which is tough because I don't want to blow up the spot, but it's okay. It is what it is. And yeah, I've been to Hawaii a bunch. I love it there. But yeah, mainly traveled Central America, and then here is my last stop until San Diego from July through November. So.
One other spot that I've been considering is Argentina. I haven't gone there yet, but it's been really cool. I just like read a little bit about them, but basically in the early 20th century, early 1900s, they were on par with the US and China and Russia for like global powerhouse in terms of exports of beef and food and oil. And they were like powerhouse. And what came in was this fucking governmental creep of these like restrictions and regulations and systems, and then it turned into like communist state. A bunch of dictators came in, took all the money from the people, fucked everyone over, put in more regulations and restrictions, and then made it so that by 2016-ish, I could be fucking up the dates here, but I think it's like 2016, they were at like 200 and something % inflation, about to default on all of their debt to America and Russia and China. And this business professor, who's a total G, I think his name starts with an S, Javier or something, started to rally the people. He would literally get on stage with a chainsaw and like be like, fuck the government. I'm coming, I'm running. And he got voted in. And they had like crazy fucking taxes, super complicated tax structure, all this shit. He gets in office, he wipes everything out, he makes one baseline tax structure, and they went from like 270-ish% inflation about to default to like single digit 5 or 6% inflation in something crazy. I want to say it was like 2 years, I could be wrong. And since then, I actually have a buddy in Argentina. I have a couple friends that have been there, and they said it's like, this is dope. They got good food, good government, everyone's super friendly.
Good surf.
Lots of nature, surf, good weather, and they're no longer this horrific dictatorial communist state. And so I want to go check it out. I've always wanted to go to Patagonia too, so that's on my list.
Bro, the one thing for me is having to wear a wetsuit. Like I don't like being cold. Like I can do it, you know, I can go visit the cold, but I don't want to be living in it, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how cold it is there. It must be a 3-2 at least.
At least, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down there.
It's also, you got different seasons.
Yeah, true.
But you have the same time zone as America.
Which is really nice.
Like being here in Bali, it's like, oh my God, fucking 10 p.m. call.
Yep, I've been experiencing that. Yeah, which is tough. It's kind of nice that people in America can only like contact me for like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night, but it's kind of annoying too.
Yeah, I get like, I'm gonna go to bed, and then suddenly everyone's texting me, and I got shit that suddenly is popping up, and I'm up until midnight.
Correct. Same. So. My sleep has not been the best here because I've and I have to be the most productive at night here to get shit done.
Yeah. It's not the place for like building. I've found.
No, yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah, I agree to that.
And I went to Thailand before this for a month. It was cool. Koh Samui.
I heard great things about Thailand.
I really liked it. I went to Malaysia for a visa run.
Cool. Okay.
Which was cool. Met a mentor of mine, and that was cool. But I wouldn't live there for sure. Not.
Yeah.
I've been to Europe, and Europe's like.
But it's not high on my list.
It's not it.
It's not.
It's just not. It's cool for traveling. Euro summer vibes. I actually flew through into Singapore, and I saw like 100 fucking cargo ships stacked to the brims with presumably oil and like supplies, and it's just because the Strait of Hormuz is fucking closed. And I'm like, I don't want to be in Europe.
Yeah.
They don't have any energy. They're not going to have any energy. The price is going way up soon. I think Trump's squeezing them all out. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So
it's crazy.
Europe's
bro.
not it.
No, for me, dude, I like significantly different cultures. Like, I'm not trying to be like racist, but I don't care to go to like other white countries too much. I just don't, bro. Like, I just don't. Like, I need some more flavor, dude.
Yeah.
Whether it's flavor, yeah.
Have you been to like Scotland or Ireland?
I haven't been to Europe at all.
You seem like an Irish Scot.
Yeah, well, my last name is Irish descendant. I want to do the 23andMe. I like was reluctant to do it because I was like, oh, I don't want them to know my DNA and shit. But like, dude, the fucking Marine Corps is all that shit. So it's like, whatever.
Right. 23andMe got hacked though.
Yeah, fuck.
Like hardcore.
Wow.
I was saying the same thing. I was like, I want to know, but I'm not going to do a blood draw because they're going to get hacked. And then they got hacked.
Wow.
But they fucking could biologically crush us if they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
They could.
Yeah, it's scary. Supposedly they're like releasing like 30 million mosquitoes in like California and I don't know, is it Texas? I don't know, somewhere else.
Google's doing that?
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Google's releasing mosquitoes.
Great. Yeah. What bad can come from that, bro? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Mind blowing. That's another thing. Like being on the mainland, like I'm just not like pushing backing your idea, but just like thinking about it. Like, dude, like there's so much fucking chemtrails and shit, bro. And like the soil not being like very fertile, and like sure you can grow your own, but like you're starting at pretty ground zero.
Yeah.
But like Hawaii, like hella fertile soil, El Sal, whatever. Like, yeah, dude, it's just like, damn, bro. It's just scary, bro. Like all the chemtrails and like, bro, I built a sauna in my backyard because it's like, just to be like baseline healthy in the States, bro, you have to do all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a part-time job to be healthy.
I really enjoyed like drinking juice,
bro.
Again.
All my friends here make fun of me. They call me Bevy Boy. I swear to God, it's hilarious. Because I get fucking like 3 juices, a shot, like, because we don't have this shit.
No, I know.
Yeah. And if we do, it's $14. It's $2.
And pesticide soup,
right?
If we want to drink it in the States. That's something that I totally agree is like a difficult pill to swallow, and you need the sauna. You got to take the binders in between meals. You got to like be dialed with the detox. Yeah. And I just don't know if long term it's going to get better because they're doing some crazy glyphosate drop on Lake Tahoe. I think you saw that.
Yep. I talked about that.
Mosquitoes.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
They also like exempted Monsanto from being sued now, which by the way they've had like $10 billion of settlement. Billion. And like, you know, Maha and whatnot has, you know, they try their best, but like once again, it's just fucking politics. It is what it is. We're working on an uphill battle. But like glyphosate has been reapproved for like use for, I want to say like another 10 years or something for like wartime readiness.
Right.
Basically, if we were to switch over to full regenerative ag, that it would take too long and we would be at risk to other countries messing with us as far as like invading, which is not really like true. Like it would be a hard switch, but we could do it. But they're just going to continue monocropping and spraying the fuck out of our land until Lord knows when, because we're not going to have any fertility.
Right.
In the soil. Yeah, it's crazy. And we're just, you know, using synthetic nutrients now at this point to like make any plant live.
Yeah, that's all valid points to not be in the U.S. All valid points.
And I'm a fucking hardcore like patriot American, you know.
Right.
But dude, it is like, man, I'm just screaming at a white wall, dude. You know, like,
Yeah.
like what can I do? You know, like,
For an ex-Marine to be like, I can't live here is a
sad, bro.
Sad statement.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is, man. I just don't know what we can do. So, and I don't let it control me. By the way, I don't let the fear. Like, sure, we're talking about it. Sure, our heart rates are up a little bit right now about it, but like 99.9% of the time, it's like it is what it is. I don't really put any energy into it, except when I make a reel to comment farm. But you know,
well, that's the thing is like the stuff that you're posting, that I'm posting, that a lot of people out there are either consuming or creating is around all of the brokenness. And I do have faith that with greater levels of awareness, like, will come greater levels of responsibility and will be a forcing function to put these people on stand for exempting Monsanto. Like, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but why the fuck is that happening?
Right.
And can we at least start to collectively poke holes in their bullshit and start to hold people accountable? I haven't been following this Bill Gates trial or anything, but I've heard
I don't even know about that.
I heard that he was like, they came out and they said how COVID was a total scam and how everything he said was a lie and how he's basically, you know, deserves to be behind bars. That's what I saw on an Instagram reel. Fuck do I know?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I haven't followed it.
Was that like possibly AI generated, you know? Like,
Could have been.
Wow.
Could have been. But hopefully someone's holding the people accountable that should be held accountable for this stuff. And
I don't see any accountability being held at all. You know, we talk about the files and shit. It's like, what happened? Nothing.
it's because we have like a broken system. Trump wasn't joking when he said we have a fucking swamp. It's like we have these people that are just lifelong senators that are not subjugated to a term.
Interesting.
Like, they don't have a term limit. There's no term limits.
Huh.
You just get a seat and you sit there.
Yeah.
And then you're on a party line. And if you're not on a party line, you're either going to get booted or probably killed.
Yep, correct.
And I don't think anything is going to change in the country unless someone in office gets Citizens versus United Supreme Court case overturned, which was the Supreme Court case that allowed for basically money to be put into politics. Money to be put into lobbying, basically, is what it allowed. And since then, well, Bill Clinton was the president when this happened. We weren't in debt. We weren't in debt in 1990, whatever it was, 5 or some shit. Bill Clinton got us out of debt. Citizens United happened. We've been basically in a debt spiral since then. We had a little war machine, big war machine going on with
Money machine, yeah.
with that, and I don't know exactly the accurate historical line of our finances, but I know that currently we're in a fucking debt spiral.
Jeez. Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I don't either. What do you think about universal basic income or crypto or?
I'm a Bitcoin maxi, for sure.
Yeah.
I believe in Bitcoin. I mean, they released with the Epstein files all this stuff around Bitcoin, and I'm like, I'm holding. I'm hodling that shit.
Yeah.
And
it couldn't really hurt, especially if you're not like depending on it for every day.
And I don't have any real strong opinions on universal basic income because I just haven't really like thought that through completely, but I instinctively feel like it would be an easy way to subjugate everyone to poverty.
Correct. Well, I mean, it's kind of happening. They're destroying the middle class.
Yeah. We don't have a spine anymore in America.
Yeah, no. I mean, a lot of the world, I talked to a lot of these travelers in other countries and stuff, and yeah, man, I mean, it's like, I was just talking to this woman, and her dad like was working on a job for 28 years, and then AI like came through and kind of booted like 40 people out of the country or company that's relatively small and this and that, and yeah. I mean, the middle class seems like it's being destroyed in most of the world. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but definitely America.
I think that we're just kind of like doing this as a thought exercise on my end at least. But if the middle class is displaced completely and quickly, I think that there needs to be probably UBI, or there's going to be protests. And like, that's when the people will probably rise up.
Yeah.
Is they have been completely displaced to the point where desperation kicks in and it gets ugly.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, and that's a little scary for me, knowing that, like, you know, I was in the military and it's going to be like the National Guard and the military versus our people.
Right.
I could see that.
I don't think that's a pretty picture at all.
No, fuck no.
But like, if you are 48 and you just got booted out of your company and you don't necessarily have any skills that are valued in the marketplace
Correct.
right now.
What do you do?
And you're not necessarily someone who can just pick up an iPhone and gain 100,000 followers.
Right.
Well, and you have college tuition you got to pay for your kids. You got debt maybe.
Yep.
You got credit card bills. You got mortgage. You got car payments. What the fuck do you do?
Right.
Other than protest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
I mean, dude, people are kind of already at that point with the level of debt. Like, I think it's like most people don't even have $1,000 in their savings account type of deal in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know when that push happens, but I feel that, dude, big time.
My answer to that currently is I'm creating a coherence certification where I'm training people to become breathwork facilitators so that they can facilitate people's mental health no matter what happens in the world. Because with breathwork, if you can get certified in a week, and I'm going to teach you everything that you possibly need to know to hold space. And if you just got displaced from a job, you can come in, you can learn breathwork, regulate your own nervous system, get certified, and then figure out how you can get clients, which is way easier than people think, especially with breathwork, because with breathwork, I can like remotely and reliably change your life on Zoom.
Wow.
Consistently. Like I might not have the skills to talk about your feelings for an hour a week, but I have 10, 15, 50 codes on breathwork that will instantly uplift your life, and I can just teach you that and hold space for you in that way. And that is my answer to, if someone's been displaced, maybe they're listening to this right now, maybe in 5 years they listen to this and they are that person, like, you can learn breathwork quite easily and in a very careful way. Like, it's not a reckless thing where you get to just like get a little stamp of approval and go hold space, but you can do it. It's going to be cheap, and then you can go out and you can help people, human to human, in person, Zoom, and that's why I built the app too. Is actually the app is going to be the breathwork coach in your pocket that you give to your client. Then I get to basically be me and coach you, and the breath work does the work. The breath work does the heavy lifting for the transformation for the client. And so that's one answer to kind of the status of the world that I have.
Love it.
Coherence chapters and communities later on, but
what's the app called?
It's called Coherence.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So
I'm proud of you, bro. That's sick.
Thank you.
That's really cool, man. You're literally making a positive impact on the world and will raise the vibration of it. It's badass.
Thank you. I'm aiming to not even necessarily like raise it, just reprogram it and open people up to what is true in different beliefs we have. It's like that 100th monkey effect. Like, one monkey figures out how to crack the coconut a certain way, 100 of them figure it out, and then across all the monkeys on all the islands, they all, without talking to each other, figure out how to do it. That's what's super fascinating to me.
Interesting. I've never heard that.
It's really the 100th monkey effect. They researched this. It was like a whole study, and it was this realization that the entire population had. Once a certain level, a certain amount of monkeys figured it out, it like reaches escape velocity and becomes mass consciousness.
Wow. And even like without one monkey traveling to another island per se to like teach it?
Wow. They were all on one island, and then the ones on the other islands started doing it after 100, I think it was 100. Ish, whatever the number was.
Wow.
It was like that escape velocity in collective consciousness is what I'm interested in.
Whoa.
Is what happens when that shit happens.
That to me also sounds like the Egyptian codes, if you will. Like that sounds like supernatural, you know, like that sounds like, whoa, like why don't we know about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what's interesting to me.
That's really cool.
Because we could reprogram ourselves into believing different things and thinking different things.
Totally.
And coming up with collective solutions. Like, I am not a fan of basically like, in a climate change example, let's say. Climate change example was, or what has been being done is like wind and solar, and the UN and the World Health Organization telling these poor countries in Rwanda, no, you're not allowed to use oil. You have to use wind or solar. And what happens is that these countries that are poor end up not doing wind or solar, and the little guy ends up still living, burning animal shit in their mud hut. We are actively standing in the way of populations of people crawling out of poverty. We're keeping them from doing that. The solution is not an anti-human solution where we keep people poor and we decimate the population. In my opinion, the solution is a pro-human solution, pro-ingenuity, genius, innovation, technology solution, where collectively, if we can get, imagine if we got all of India out of poverty tomorrow. What sort of uplift in technology would that bring? What sort of uplift in consciousness would that bring? That's what I'm interested in. Why can't we coexist? Why can't we make a solution in that way instead of like keeping the little guy down so that a small number of people can like flex on Instagram?
I mean, that's really what it is, dude. It's like just the richest people just being, self-centered and selfish. Wow.
Pro-human.
Love it.
Pro-future, hope maxing.
Love it, bro. Hum maxing, hope maxing. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
You posted about something the other day that like, heavy, and I loved it. And it was a carousel of, I believe, a certain amount of things you've learned in the past few years, and I want to bring it up because it was epic.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. It was really cool.
Wrote that on the plane.
Okay, cool. The plane, bro. I get a lot of things done on the plane for sure.
Oh, it was. I wrote that for my birthday. It was kind of in the birthday energy of things that I've learned.
Okay.
Is it how to live a good life? Or how to live well in 2026?
Maybe. Let me go my saved. I definitely saved it. It was like maybe like 21 things or something I learned, and there was a good amount of slides with that, let's say. Okay. I burned $100,000 plus learning these lessons so you don't have to. Read this if you want to embark on a generational lock-in, create wealth, and become a weapon of God. Here's 64 lessons about locking in. I wish I knew sooner. I want to just read them all.
Go.
Okay.
Send it.
Caffeine is borrowed energy from tomorrow. Nicotine is a dopamine destroyer and does more harm than good. Semen retention is useless unless you transmute the energy into your brain. Locking in isn't about contraction, it's about expansion. Prepare for a spiritual war.
True.
Parasympathetic is king, your zone of genius. God resides in rest and digest. Fucking true, because dude, if you're all over the place, you're thinking about God. You are 9 p.m. bedtime away from beast mode. I love that. I need to remember that. No one gives a fuck about how hard you're working. Just focus. Preach. You're not visualizing big enough, often enough, or specific enough. Be disgustingly detailed. What's the color of the stitching in your dream car? I love cars. Make a vision board and update it quarterly. I need to do that. You get 100 units of energy per day. If you go over, you will have a debt to pay down the road. It's okay to go over, but not for weeks on end. Huge. Okay. Supplements should be used sparingly and consciously. Dumping 100 plus compounds into your liver all at once does you no favors. I like that a lot.
Learned that one the hard way.
And I want to hear more about the electrolytes and all this after this. Stop waiting to lock in and become rich to feel powerful and deserving. You're not a prostitute. Choose your clients wisely. Say no to people who are willing to pay you. This is a declaration to the universe of what you believe you're worth. Buy a red light, blue light blocking glasses, and open your windows. Light diet is king, water is queen, electromagnetism is vital ground.
Sick. Protein is king. Blueberries make your brain go burr, and stimulants will fuck you in the long run. True that. Do you drink coffee?
I do drink coffee, yes.
What's like, tell me your take on that.
When I wrote that, I was thinking more stimulants like Adderall or modafinil or nicotine. I have gone through a year without coffee and I liked it a lot, but I also love a cup of joe. It changes the way I think, for sure. I have 1 to 2, sometimes 3 cups a day.
Okay.
I was super addicted to nicotine for a while, like crazy addicted. And I paid for it hardcore with my liver and colon. And I think that a lot of people that are doing Zins right now are like, careful, like quit that shit because it will fuck your colon up.
Wow.
And so since then, I've been off nicotine for better part of 2 years. I'll like borrow a Zin here and there when I'm like out, but I will supplement with coffee now. So I'm like 1 to 2 cups a day.
Yeah, dude, I'm just, for my caffeine intake for sure, it's literally just like 1 cup a day. Sometimes I don't even finish that cup. I just like the habitual routine.
Yeah.
The smelling it, the making of it, the getting great coffee from Costa Rica or whatever. Like, I love that shit. But so many people overdo it. Dunkin' Donuts, that shit ain't coffee. It's fucking
true.
Yeah. Fucking brown water with 64 grams of sugar. Yeah, man. I mean, it's really about intention and timing, I feel like, with coffee and quality.
Agreed.
So I'm going to keep going. Breath work before deep work sessions. I need to do that. That's really cool. Women are distractions. A woman is propulsion. Love that, bro. Download an app to block you from distracting apps in the afternoon especially. Do you have an app that you recommend for that?
I used Opal for a while.
Okay.
I don't use it anymore. I have sort of broken the habit of like the afternoon doom scroll for the most part.
Nice.
But I found that the negative programs kick in for me around 3 p.m. on the dot.
Interesting.
That's when I'm like about to go fucking crash out, negative thoughts, doom scroll, eat some stupid food.
Okay.
So blocking myself from that period specifically for me was good.
Okay. My doom scroll for sure is like before bed because I'm like I said, first like hour of the day without my phone, airplane mode. But yeah, man, like the before bed, especially here because I'm like posting because it's 10 a.m. on the East Coast or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a tough one for sure. But when I was dating my ex, like, dude, I was so good about not having my phone in the bedroom, like the last hour of the day also not being on my phone. So once again, women are distractions, which, dude, I've like struggled with women, plural, and I've only had like 4 serious relationships, my last one being by far the most healthiest and like divine and all that, but a lot of my 20s was distraction, for sure. Lust, distraction, yeah. And like we were talking about earlier, like it's okay sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you like for me, like, dude, I wouldn't be able to like build Organic Jaguar or whatever it is with spending part-time chasing tail.
Yeah.
It's just there's not enough hours in the day.
No, it's a huge,
it's energy suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Yeah. And I think conscious women can like feel when you're kind of like searching for the tail versus something real.
Yep.
So your morning routine begins in the evening. True that.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that. You get paid for your frequency. So the higher like frequency you have, like, and you're able to emit it out, I think the universe rewards you with whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone's a mirror to you, then the good and the bad clients are going to come to you, and the ideal is that you are aligned with a frequency that is going to materialize your desired reality. So I'm not being high frequency. I'm just like, this is my vision, this is my energy. I want to, basically, being paid for your frequency, it's like if you just embody unconditional love, emanate unconditional love, and you lock in on love and make that your frequency that you are aligned with at all times, you're gonna have amazing clients. You're gonna get paid healthily. And What's difficult is that sometimes you're in scarcity and you're on the sales call pretending like you don't need the money when you need to pay rent. And that is where you get paid for your frequency comes in, is remaining in a state of faith and love and not needing it. Trusting that God is gonna give you what you need.
Wow. That's an act of faith, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet it's taken a few sales calls to, to get to that. Like,
what's
groundedness.
helpful is getting the prospect to do breath work on the sales call.
Nice, to feel an instant.
Make them feel safe, have them release the power to you, have them basically like in a slow brainwave state. And I actually have a great sales training on this, Soulful Sales, where I use breath work for sales calls. And anyone can DM me and just ask for the Soulful Sales call. I'll send it to them. But
cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. That's awesome, dude. And I love that you're teaching others to be breathwork facilitators. And yeah, part of that is marketing and sales. That is.
God wants you to be rich.
Love it.
And a lot of people that do a lot of the inner work are really good at doing the inner work and helping others with the inner work. They didn't spend their whole life learning copywriting. So that's where I come in.
Love that. That's awesome, bro, because that's a weak point in a lot of industries.
For sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of great products, not a lot of great like marketers or whatever. Yeah.
And spiritual offers are the ones that don't get paid enough. Like it's really easy for me to be like a coach who coaches coaches who's been able to make this much money. Right. When it's an offer that helps someone make more money, the prospect's gonna see the program as an investment with an ROI, not an expense. When I tell you I'm gonna help you integrate your anima, they're like, well, what's the dollar value of that? How do I, what's the return?
Yeah.
And you have to then convince them that they're gonna find their soulmate. And unless you're a good salesman, you're not gonna be able to do that. So taking that off the table and changing it and seeing sales through the lens of the nervous system allows you to get someone to buy.
Wow. That's huge, bro. That's wisdom right there, bro. That's fucking sick. I love that, dude.
Thanks.
Your inner circle is co-regulating your nervous system. Cut out negative people ruthlessly. Difficult for sure. I spent like many years being around, and I didn't realize at the time, unsupportive friends. And I didn't realize how big of a chain that had on me, for sure. And dude, now all my friends, bro, like, it's a small circle, which is great. Very expansive. I really truly believe you're the top 5 people you hang out with, you represent, you know?
Fully believe that.
Yeah. What is your why? What is your North Star? I like that.
Important question.
You should be locked in on godly virtues above everything else. Hoarding wealth does not make you deserving of more money. Be an open channel, expanding and creating further abundance. It's true, dude. I feel like the more we give, the more we get. Everything you've ever wanted is already yours. You're just waking up to it. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. What you appreciate appreciates. Love that, dude. That's sick. Tactical degeneracy. Plan your degen. Tell me more about that.
Like, be tactical about when you're gonna blow it out and drink a bunch of beers with your boys.
Gotta do that occasionally.
Be intentional. Like a good rule for me, like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do Zyn, I don't do drugs. And I'm on that right now, and I don't think that I'm gonna fall off of that for a while because it feels really good.
Love it.
But a rule I had for a while was sober or celebrating.
Love it.
So unless I have a legitimate thing to celebrate, I'm sober.
Love it.
And so then that becomes like a tactical degeneracy where I'm at my boy's wedding. Okay,
cool. Yeah.
Hand me the tequila.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I love it, dude. I'm totally on you with that. Not a lot of people have discipline around that.
Yeah.
Or intention around that. Yeah, I love that. Like, dude, I told you earlier, like, my thing is, like, I like to take a few puffs of a joint. Many years before, dude, I was a classic stoner where that consumed me. Now it's like I enjoy that time with my best friend and, you know, catching up and, like, connecting and having fun. Inner child, we're retards, we're goofing off. It's so fun. Planning your degen. Like, a lot of my buddies from Northern California are coming down for July 4th. July 4th is going to be freaking lit. I probably won't drink, but I'll probably have a gram of mushrooms and be geeked out, you know, for a few hours with my boys. You know, it's going to be fun. But yeah, I agree, dude. Like,
maybe back to that red pill thing where it's like, I'm in such a fucking rigid like road. Like, dude, enjoy life, bro. You're gonna die eventually. The times you're gonna remember the most are with your friends or your family or those trips that you take or those moments. Like, dude, you're not gonna remember slaving away at your computer.
No.
Like, that's just so love that. Had to talk about being a planned retard sometimes. It's fun. Outsource everything. I like that. That's huge, man, because like efficiency is huge for me, and like I want to do what I'm best at, and then everybody else on my team like what they're best at, and let's attack.
Yeah, constant, relentless pursuit of outsourcing everything that is not my creative zone of genius, and what I really love to do and what I'm good at doing.
Love that.
Difficult.
It
takes
is,
time,
and that takes time. For me, for instance, with Organic Jaguar, I had to wear all the hats the first couple of years. I had to almost run myself into a wall. But like, now that there's foundations built, I couldn't outsource. Yeah, I'm sure it's similar with you, for sure. You got to do all the things at first.
100%.
Especially if you have no money, like to start. So.
Totally.
Automate the AI to automate the AI.
That was just a joke.
Okay, because I'm not good with like the AI stuff, so.
Agentic AI is here. I have an agent and he's automating shit for me.
Okay.
So I have this agent that's relatively working on its own autonomously through certain tasks.
What task? Generally,
one of them is like when a client pays my Stripe link, they immediately get sent like the onboarding email. They get added to the calls, the group chat, the school. They get all the information, and basically it's just like a full handoff.
Cool.
And anyone who's a coach is like, when you get that Stripe, you have to immediately make them feel safe. That's like the start line when they pay the Stripe.
Makes sense.
So like immediately give them everything they could possibly need to set the expectations, make them feel safe, give them the quick win. Phil, my AI agent, takes care of that.
My dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tracking now. Okay, cool. I love that. Frequency first. Your frequency will dictate how quickly you shift timelines. Whatever raises your vibration is top priority.
Yep.
Okay. Material goals, car, house, are good milestones for the monkey brain. Beyond that, they're traps of the ego.
Yeah. Like Nick wants a fast car.
So does Austin.
His first word was truck. He wants a fucking truck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get a truck, and I can tap into that like energy source of like I want a truck.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's a trap.
I get that for sure.
And I know that when I get the truck, I'm gonna be like, I don't even give a shit anymore.
It is cool for the first, week, month, whatever it is. But I think if you have intentions of, maybe bringing out your inner child with that, or having fun with your buddies, or like being more than just like, oh, like look at my cool car. It's like, I think for me, I'm giving myself like excuse with that. But that's kind of how I think about it, because I do like cars. That's like a hobby of mine for sure. So, but it can easily be materialism and like, oh, look at me, ego, real quick, for sure. Totally. And like, oh, am I only working to make money for that, or is it, a godly virtue type of deal? Yeah. Intermittent fasting only works if you remain in a caloric surplus. Starving yourself to lock in causes serious problems.
Learned that the hard way.
Call that millennial fasting, where just people don't fucking eat till 2 p.m. and then they eat fucking Starbucks bagel,
Yep.
Not good.
Yep.
Novel stimulus in the morning kills focus. Avoid anything that alters your brain waves in the morning. Brain's so vulnerable in the morning. That's why I try not to be on it the first hour, I found.
Can literally be like a fly in the window, or like a bird flying by. Or if you're like, your work setup has you looking out the window and there's like traffic, every car is a novel stimulus that your brain cannot not focus on. So like, actually like your visual needs to be protected. Your brain waves are going to be based off your visual in the morning to a great degree.
What do you do?
I mean, not look at your phone, for one.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
And I try to get out of my mind into my body, jump squats, workout, rope flow, whatever. Then I will do a breath work, and then I'll do a meditation, and then I will make my coffee, mosey around the house, maybe clean some shit, and then get to work.
Cool, love it. Okay. Very similar. Okay, cool. Do and to judge a morning routine unless...
Don't judge.
Okay. Don't judge a morning routine unless you have done it for 30 days straight. Morning routines are ever changing. I agree.
Yeah, people are like, oh, this isn't for me after a week. It's actually, you can't judge it yet. You gotta let the compounding do the work, and then you can actually be like, okay, yes, no, maybe.
I like that. I like that a lot. Whenever you win, do a specific action to lock in that peak state for the future. Snap your fingers, smelling a certain scent, saying a peak state mantra. What do you do specifically?
I snap.
Okay.
I'll just be like, fuck yeah, like I'll get super fired up.
Fuck yeah.
And anytime I win, I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. And then if I'm in a low freak and I want to elevate a little bit, or if I have a big call coming up, I'll just start doing that.
Okay, cool. Love it. Okay. Subconscious programming. Yeah, love it. Your nervous system must be trained to handle health, wealth, and love. Otherwise, you will sabotage. This is why lottery winners squander their money. I get that. If you're not ready for the love, your nervous system or whatnot, or the wealth, like it's gonna go.
Yeah, literally, you're gonna eject. I call it like ejection responses from the nervous system: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Those are all ejection responses. You eject out of the body into the mind, or even above the body, and you're disassociated.
Wow.
And the key to holding a lot of health and wealth and abundance is holding the tension of the situation with the intention of, I'm not going anywhere, God. I have faith. I believe. I'm ready for miracles to happen. I know that there will be ensuing chaos because I'm holding the tension and the field has to rearrange around me, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm holding the line and not ejecting.
Okay.
And that has been game-changing for me. And that's how you expand capacity, because for every second you hold the tension of the situation, your nervous system realizes that it's still alive, that it's not in danger, it's just in uncertainty, which expands your capacity to hold.
I can think of this in a military way, because it's like if shots being fired over your head and you can stand in there and hold it, you're just gaining your like ability to sit there under fire more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. You must be before you become. Yeah, so if I'm, looking for a wifey out there, well, if I'm still fucking around and doing a thing, well, I'm not being before I become that.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck everyone else's opinion of what you're doing. They won't understand. True. Desire and repetition is what separates good from great. Stop masturbatory learning and start teaching yourself through action. Stop masturbatory learning and start teaching yourself through action.
Basically, information's cheap, action's super valuable, and your level of desire and how consistent you are in that is going to decide how successful you are in that.
Love it. Be gritty and just do that shit. Consistency is the X factor to locking in. It's not a sprint, it's an ultra marathon. Similar.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys think that they have to do way more than they actually need to on a day-to-day basis to accomplish what they want. And it's this I'm never doing enough energy that is going to burn you out and make you not like what you're doing. So bare minimum, basically. Just check mark that shit.
Yeah, I love that. Momentum breeds momentum. Same thing. Is the desire to lock in to create something greater than yourself, or to buy a Lambo and flex on people who don't give a fuck about you? Important question. Yes. Your fear is a lie. Think through worst case scenario and often to remind yourself of this. True. Made it out.
Yeah, not manifesting the worst case scenario, but like, okay, what happens if I don't make any money? Like, okay, I gotta pay rent. I can't live in this apartment anymore. I can probably go crash on a friend's house. Like, a buddy of mine, Noah Ryan, said once, he's like, best case scenario, I'm drinking a Corona on the beach in Mexico. Worst case scenario, I'm drinking a Corona on the beach in Mexico. I'm like, true.
Okay, I love that. Okay, fuck yeah. Devotion to God over disciplining a monkey.
Like turning discipline into devotion through constantly holding, like, what does God want for me? To what am I meant to do right now? What's the greatest version of me doing? And becoming like so fucking devoted to your mission, living and breathing it, that the discipline's easy. And it's not force, it's just like flowing towards that vortex North Star.
I love that, okay. God fucking loves courage. Lock in, run the Jets. For real though. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I repeated to myself multiple times before I started posting content on Instagram, and it finally
Fuck it.
yeah, it was just like courage, fucking courage, send it.
Send
if you
it.
look at the Map of Consciousness by David Hawkins, level 200 is courage, and in my opinion, it's the inflection point between fear and faith. Lower chakras, lower energy, pride, apathy, shame, guilt, anger, fear, to courage, which is then like
Just do it, and then
yes, above.
great way to visualize that. If you don't know where to aim, you need to do shadow work. Introduce you to yourself. How can you know what you want if you don't know you? Love that, dude. Therapy helped me a lot, bro. Big time.
Yeah,
Shout out
Alan Howard on that one.
Okay.
Who's a coach of mine who was like, basically, self-discovery is where you need to start on most endeavors.
Makes sense.
So, yeah.
Top of funnel is not marketing, it's living and opening your mind to new ideas. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. And that doesn't mean financial either. Comparison equals scarcity mindset. Yep, I've had that. Your Instagram feed is putting you into a state of hypnotic lack. Become conscious. Dude, when I worry about what other people are doing or their follower rates, I would almost say when I used to, I still a little bit trickles in, but dude, like my best friend Brendan, Santa Cruz Medicinal, was like, dude, years ago, I used to compare myself social media wise, business wise, whatever to him, and it just got me nowhere. And in fact, it like ran me into the ground. But when I fucking focus on me, what I'm good at, what I love to preach, what comes from my heart, my own walk of faith in life, like it's easy. But when I start fucking looking over the fence and be like, oh, what does the Joneses have down the street? Yeah, I get cooked. Doors are event horizons. Imagine the greatest version of yourself before stepping into each room. Ooh, that's cool.
Every door is a portal.
That's cool.
To your nervous system. So it's a legitimate different space. And in a new space, you can be a new identity.
Damn,
your
I like
nervous
that.
system's gonna like literally try to figure out what to be in the new space.
Ooh.
So you can come into that new space with the intention of, I'm a billionaire genius.
Yeah.
Or I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm whatever you want to say. You want to intend.
Right. Wow. That's really cool, and I love that perspective because you can, change instantly when you walk out that door and be a different person if you want. Fuck literally everyone's perception of you. This is you versus you. I love it, dude. True. It's true. It really fucking is, dude. Attention and intention are the two superpowers of your consciousness. Attention and intention are the two superpowers of your consciousness.
Attention's like the arrow. Intention is the energy behind the arrow. And awareness is the third superpower of your consciousness. And this is a line from Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. But awareness, attention, and intention. If I become aware and I think of it like a computer screen is the awareness. The cursor on the computer screen is the attention, and the intention is the click.
Okay. Yep. I like the bow and arrow for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. That's really cool. Those are superpowers for sure. I mean, that's really all we got.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Yeah. Concentration is the elimination of distractions.
Everyone's good at focusing. It's just a matter of, are you distracted or not?
Yeah, and it is a muscle too. Like and we've been unprogrammed, or a lot of us have weak muscles because of our damn phones, and we're so used to that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Focus on how you win.
Yeah, I just see a lot of money Twitter guys that are like rug pulling people and doing scam businesses and copying people and just like not connected to perhaps their dharmic mission.
It's just heroic trendy just to climb.
Yeah, it's this like and I get it. Like, it's like people are broke, they're scrappy, they're trying to figure it out. I do get it, but at a certain point, maybe after you've like gotten your Maslow hierarchy of needs met, figure out what it should really be about, how you want to win as like a good person.
I like that. And yeah, you're not really living your like your true self, your dharmic self.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Yeah. Last but not least, lock in.
Lock in, everyone.
Lock in, bro.
Lock in.
And I also want to say, you run a company called Coherent Creators, and you teach people how to create a personal brand that makes money without burnout. You have 3 coaching calls a week, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And it's fucking extremely affordable, $500 a month. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been cool. It's like the desire is to be the answer to people's problems when they get displaced by AI. Like, we're ready for that, but we're taking on the people that are healers, world class at what they do, have powerful medicine, and just don't know how to like monetize their minds. And we take them through a process that eliminates the propensity to burnout and basically eliminates the business being upheld by the nervous system.
Okay.
So like a lot of people start a business and everything's relying on their nervous system. So we do the opposite, where we offload things to certain business systems, and then you can just remain like in your zone of genius. The mechanism is called soul and systems. So elite on-camera presence, really good writing techniques, using the exact words that you need to use in order to attract your dream soul client, whilst offloading a ton of the bullshit that comes with running a business, so that you can do it like long term. Because a lot of coaches do it for like 1, 2, 3 months, get a bunch of clients, burn out, content falters,
Their
and
foundation
it's over.
is leaky.
So I want to help people like legitimately become financially independent through what they're meant to do here on earth. So that's what that whole program is. And the app is a supernatural aid to a lot of the coaches in the program, where I can make a coherence breathwork sequence for, let's say, like my offer is helping women get their period back. I'm going to do a sequence for follicular phase, luteal phase, like et cetera, et cetera. Maybe I coach athletes pre-race breathwork, sales calls. Maybe I coach closers, pre-sales call breathwork. All that stuff, you can be a breathwork DJ on the app and then make a sequence for a client that they do. And then they have to do it every day. Maybe they do a challenge every week and they have 1 call with you a week, and they're doing the hard work. You get to go and just talk to them.
Wow, okay. That's really freaking cool. Is there any other businesses of yours or offerings that we haven't covered?
Yeah, so I just recently became co-founder of Purest Electrolyte with my mom. She started the company 2 years ago. I went through a legal scenario, but we have 100% ownership of the company. We are running the jets, July 1, launching the Purest Electrolytes. That we've been able to create real fruit, real organic freeze-dried fruit, a real salt, real fruit, and that's it. Some of them have like stevia in it, and that's it. And so she went to the hospital because of hyponatremia, mineral imbalance. Went through a whole journey, created an amazing product. I'm now coming in with her, and we're launching that. So I have the Coherence app, Coherent Creators, and Purest Electrolyte, which covers a lot of what I believe are the basics. Like, you got to regulate your nervous system. You got to break free from the inner matrix. You got to get financially independent, break free from the outer matrix, and stay hydrated.
Yeah, dude, that's badass, bro. I love that, bro.
Thank you.
And offload everything that you can. Damn.
Hope maxing. Hum maxing. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, heck yeah, bro. I learned so much, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. I have an enlightened state, and I'm gonna work on definitely some things that I learned today. So I appreciate it, bro, big time, man.
Of course.
I did bring some organic jar products, but when you're back in the States, too, I'm gonna send you a bunch of shit.
Epic.
So
I will be repping them.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. The cleanest stuff, as you know.
Awesome.
So yeah, bro. Much love. Yeah, this will be on Spotify, video version as well, YouTube, all that good stuff. So,
Fire.
Yeah, and then my my podcast editor will clip it up and all that good jazz.
Super epic.
So yeah.
Yeah, there could be some good clips actually.
Oh, dude, there's
fire.
a ton, bro. I mean, even just reading those slides, like half of that can easily be clipped. You know?
Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. And it's fun. This is easy. You know?
Super easy.
No, this is not.
One of the most powerful conversations I've had in a while. Like, you're really good.
Dude, I'm marrying to you, bro, and I'm learning. I just want to learn, you know? Mm-hmm. I want to get better as a human being, so yeah. And I want to chill the fuck out, you know? I want to chill the fuck out. I want to offload. I want to be not sipping a Corona on the beach, but, you know, a little electrolyte, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
exactly.
bro. Heck
Awesome.
yeah. All right, guys, gang. Yeah, by the way, social media handles.
I'm at Based Ethos on Instagram, YouTube, BASEDETHOS. And you can also find my Breathwork app, Coherence, on the app stores.